Crazy. I don't have an Elgato. Does this... okay. Oh, good. It's working. Huh. Best way for everyone to find out, right? That it's working. How's all this looking? Let me refresh. I start it. I never do this part, I don't think. Huh. How's all this looking? Let me refresh. I start it. Oh, geez. I never do this part, I don't think. Huh. How's all this looking? Let me refresh. I start it. Oh, geez. I never do this part, I don't think. Oh, that's why. How's all this looking? Let me refresh. Start it. Oh, geez. I never do this part, I don't think. Oh, that's why. How's all this looking?
I just
Let
heard
me
myself.
refresh.
Oh, good. I'm flipping for you guys.
Start it.
My desktop audio.
Why is it like that? Is my audio thing... oh, I see why it's like that. Duh. Nope. That is, I heard myself for a second. What the heck happened? Yeah, I still hear it. Where is it? Hello, Destroyer. Where am I hearing myself at? The only place would be here on Rumble. I am genuinely confused as to where this audio is coming from. What is happening? I don't have anything open that could be doing this. What? See how I'm echoing? Oh, you guys can't hear it. I muted it for you guys. But I'm coming through. And this is not... Okay, what is this one? Wait. Okay. Okay, that's the groups. Oh, that's why. Okay, so I got two of those. There is no window in which I should have audio running through. I have to figure this out or I'm going to lose my mind. This is muted. It's just the Rumble front page. Live stream here is muted. No, it is coming through this. It's just broken. It is the Rumble page. Oh, thank you, Rumble. Come on. I actually have to mute the tab. I literally have to mute the tab. That is crazy. Okay, I just got to mute the full tab because Rumble's audio is broken. Okay, hold on. I gotta get my lights on and my green screen down here. Let's Goodbye, all. Alrighty. That was some freaking Wizard of Oz crap right there. Bet none of y'all saw that coming. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, my audio is fine now to you guys. Now I can unmute the desktop audio so you guys can hear everything that's on the screen. But it kept going back and forth. Like, I kept hearing myself, and I'm like, no. If I can hear myself, you guys will hear me start repeating. So I had to get that completely muted and under control before I could, like, unmute all that. That was absolutely ridiculously stressful. Let's see here. At everyone, I am live. There we go. Boy. Some people sent me stuff. Oh, nice. That's really cool. Thank you, Matt. Let's see here. I need to... Who sent me stuff? Oh, yeah. I've seen things about that. And have wondered. Because I've had, like, on Instagram... Yeah, madness. This is interesting. I just immediately see it, and I think I know where this is going. There are these kids in tribes. And I always see, like, on Instagram, you'll just see them running around, like, no clothes on at all, and they do the weird, like, they all grab each other, and they do this weird hunt ritual thing. And I don't think they're necessarily being exploited by their own tribe, but I'm pretty sure that people are, like, using that as CP. You know what I mean? And so it's getting, like, they probably don't even understand. Probably nobody in the tribe even understands what's happening with all these phones and stuff going on near them and all the filming. So, yeah, that's interesting. I'll definitely, I'll have to see if I can watch this on stream. I don't know if it'll let me, though. Charlie Kirk Theory's body armor. Why don't we know if he was wearing a vest or not? That's one question I got for sure. Why do we not know? Like, why hasn't anyone really, like, explained that? The most protected streamer on Earth. Hasan says Colorgate won't have any impact on his mainstream media favorability. Yeah, that we'll find it. We'll see about that. Let's bring Tim Pool on. Like, I would love for Tim Pool to come on, Piers Morgan, same time as Hasan. And then we'll see if that has any effect or not. That'd be really great to see. I would love to see that. Man, we got a lot to talk about today. We've got actual genuine peace in the Middle East. Gazan celebrating Trump. A lady who won her Nobel Peace Prize is offering her award to Trump. Now, the most honorable thing Trump could do, in my opinion, in this situation is to thank that woman, but tell her, no, you need to keep that. You know what I mean? He needs, don't take it from her. But I don't know if Trump will do that or not. I don't know if Trump will just be like, I got a Nobel Peace Prize. You know what I mean? And, like, show it off, you know what I mean? Because Trump's like that, you know? And that'll be a little disappointing, but I hope he's on TV and he goes, no, I don't want to have to take someone else's. I know you got a lot more common sense than the, you know, this, but she actually did, like, a really, really good thing, so it's like she actually deserved it. You know what I mean? And we'll go into all that, but it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing to see this stuff. Let's see. So, yeah, I'll probably pick some stuff out of the Discord to watch a little later on, too. But we got a whole bunch to talk about. Hello, Nephilim. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Man, thank you so much. Genuinely, guys. Hopefully this time Hamas doesn't break the deal. Yeah, well, we'll see. Israel might break it. We don't know. You know, Israel could break it. Hamas could break it. Israel's been pretty consistent on what they were there for. I mean, they said from the very beginning, we will leave no house unturned. We will, you know, get our hostages back. And then, you know what? They got their hostages back. Well, they don't have them back yet. They'll have them back Monday. But if they could give all the hostages back, I think we're going to see Israel back off. And if we see Israel back off, then it seems Israel was right the whole time. That's what we'll find out. But, you know, I don't know if people will accept that. Of course, if Israel doesn't, it's going to change a lot of pro-Israel people's minds. So, you know, we'll have to see. We'll absolutely have to see. Oh, I can give it a heart. There we go. Thank you so much for that, man. I can't like it. It's got one like. I guess I'm not allowed to like it. That's weird. New to the... I mean, I'm not new to the Super Chats, per se. I've gotten them before, but I haven't gotten many. You know what I mean? So... It's, getting them more and more recently is like a new thing for me, which is very awesome. Thank you all so much, genuinely. I really appreciate you guys. Okay, this stream is all the way behind. Come on, go all the way over here. So that way I can keep up with it for the most part and see if everything's going well. I don't know why, but, oh, I only have Top Chat up too. Why is it not showing my full analytics here like it normally does? Oh, whatever. You know, it's crazy. It is what it is. Anyway, how y'all doing, though? Hey, Nephilim, thank you a lot. I hate all of this. Keep the holy war far away. Yeah, agreed. You know, sure they will. Well, I mean, you know, depends on which they. You know, both theys are not so good at the moment. But we'll see what happens. You know, must gargle Ethan Klein's balls. Who? You? Why? Don't do that. You don't have to do that. You know. So, let me... oh, I see. You think I'm an Ethan Klein fan. That's amazing. You can go to my channel, dude. You can actually just type in Ethan Klein on my channel and find out. That's hilarious, though. I used to be an Ethan Klein fan. I liked his old stuff. You know. After he, absolutely... got eviscerated by Jordan Peterson. Hey, buddy. What's up? Okay. I know. Okay, go get it. Good boy. Now I'll enjoy his kill for the next, like, couple minutes before he has me do 2 or 3 more of those throws, and then he'll be happy. He'll be all good and satisfied. It's not like we didn't just play catch for the last, like, 30 minutes outside, but whatever. He's not done until he decides he's done. But yeah, that's just the boy for you. That's Bishop. How to actually treat a dog. Pretty easy, you know? Pretty easy stuff, how to treat a dog. Could teach Hasan Piker a thing or two, right? But I bet you think that... What is going on? There we go. There it is. Okay, now it's all good. Yeah, Ethan and Hasan both suck. You know what I mean? Like, Jordan Peterson eviscerated his own health, and that's about it. Okay. Hey, what did Jordan Peterson say about the left eating Ethan Klein, and that they would eat him, and they would never accept him no matter how much he acts like them? You're going to tell me he was wrong, right? Right, Tier? At this point, I think tear collector is a better name for you. Collecting each tear in your butthole. One after another. You know? Your channel will grow a lot bigger eventually. Just takes time. It does. Takes some time. Well, I spent a lot of time of being, you know, completely being censored by YouTube. A lot of time. They've demonetized me twice. And then we're just like, finally, they were like, oh yeah, you can be remonetized again now. And I'm like, thanks. Thank y'all for literally just demonetizing me for years for no reason, and then you bring it back, and it's like, I mean, at least they brought it back, but I mean, come on, they could have brought me an explanation as to why they did that for so long. I don't understand it. I've never done anything wrong on this channel. I've never said anything bad or against policy or anything like that, and, you know, YouTube just ultimately decided that I wasn't good. That I was not good enough. Okay, let's bring up... So actually, I could just go down the timeline. I don't need to bring anything up. We'll start with Hasan. We'll start with him. Who was first? Did I have Hasan up here first? There's some weird little, like, Hasan fan that's going to be like, oh, it's okay to abuse dogs, right? Is that what's going on? You're going to tell me he didn't promote a carnivore diet and end up in a coma in Russia? Dude, you know he started the carnivore diet after he got out of the hospital in Russia. Do you not know the order of events? You could go look on his timeline on X, probably, and really figure that out quickly. The carnivore diet is what kind of allowed him to come out of that. Do you know why he went to a hospital? Your precious corporations overprescribing medicine that should not be prescribed to people for long periods of time. That's why he was in the hospital. What do you mean literally not true? Michaela put him on the diet before he crashed out for the first time. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know my wife is on that diet, right? It's the only thing that stops her from having a lupus flare-up. You know what lupus is? Benzo addiction. What do you think benzos are? Do you think you get high on benzos? Is that what you think they are for? The ones getting tax breaks from your man? Uh-huh. I'm getting a tax break. I bet you're either unemployed or You're incredibly rich. But you are far removed from reality, buddy. I work at a charcoal factory. I got a tax cut. I got a tax cut for my kids, too. It was a hell of a lot bigger than what Biden offered. Biden destroyed this economy. You want to know how I know that? Because in 2019, I bought a house. Guess what happened in 2022 because of Joe Biden? I had to sell my house. Then I had to buy a new house. And guess what the percentage on my loan went from? It went from 0.99% to 11%. Do you have any idea what that has done to the average American person? That's what your beloved Joe Biden did. Donald Trump, I was able to afford gas very easily in my truck. It was very, very nice and easy. Gas was down at $1.75 a gallon in my state. I was able to afford a house. You got one-time tax break followed by a permanent tax raise? No, I didn't. You want to know how I know that? I file my damn taxes. Do you file taxes? I don't think you do. I don't think you've had to file taxes for a long time. I'm pretty sure you're either living off of taxes or you have someone do your taxes because you're rich. That's why you're on the left. Which one is it? Genuinely curious, because those are the opposite ends of people. See, actual workers, when we have to work for our money, we pay attention to every single last dollar because we live paycheck to paycheck. But you have no idea. The facts are on your side? You can't just claim that, dude. I'm living it. I work in a damn charcoal factory, buddy. I drive a 2000 Chevy truck. I absolutely know my finances a hell of a lot better than you, boy. Freaking rich kids or incredibly poor and living on welfare. Which one is it? Tell me which one it is. I told you what I do. You own your own business. Yeah, rich boy. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Who started it? Your great-grandfather? Yeah, that's exactly it. Look it up, kiddo. Okay. All right, buddy. Good for you, Nepo baby. I love when these little Nepo babies from Hasan come in here and they start trying to trash me. That's great. I love it. I own my own business, yeah? Yeah, well, doing what? Doing what, buddy? Huh? The facts aren't on your side. I know for a fact because I file taxes. I work a real job unlike you. See, I didn't get hand-me-downs in my life. I've had to earn my way up from the ground up. That's what I have to do. I have 2 kids. I've got a wife. My wife is a nurse. We are a very hardworking family. Somebody... All right, this guy's an idiot. Now he's just making shit up. All right, man. Hourly king, yeah. It's called actual work. You know, it's called actual legitimate work, buddy. Yeah, probably either Etsy store or something. I don't know. I think he actually genuinely was given a business. He's a Nepo baby. He's just a rich kid that comes in here and doesn't know actually how the real world works. You invested your life savings. Yeah, you invested your life savings, just like Donald Trump, right? You had to take out a whole $1 million loan probably too, right? That your dad gave to you. Come on. Seriously. Just like Joe Biden, who was given an entire mansion by DuPont. You know what I mean? Good God, you're dumb. I'm not pro small business, really. Really, my best friend owns a janitorial company. Are you kidding me? Absolute piece of garbage. Yeah, just get rid of him. He's done. What a dummy. Just absolutely worthless. I'm sick of these like Nepo babies coming in, talking down, acting like they fucking know everything. You know? Oh, man. I got a mosquito bite. Dang it. There's a magnolia tree in my backyard, and they just love that tree. Beautiful tree. Not pretty enough to have that close. You know? Not pretty enough to have that close to me. But anyway, let's watch this.
Do you think MSM will change their views on you after this? I feel like you were doing good, making waves in MSM lately. No. If you noticed a lot of the outlets that have like covered this or attempted to cover this without any sort of consideration for like defamation or whatsoever, it's been like Fox News.
Oh, what are you going to sue him? Are you going to sue him, Hasan? Is that what you're going to do? Because I doubt it. You don't have the nuts.
New York Post, shit like that. And it's also so objectively untrue that it doesn't really matter, ultimately. I think it was Gutfeld that even covered it as well.
Yeah.
The Hollywood Reporter covered the story. I know. And it's really funny because like they went to PETA, and PETA is like one of the most militant, like pro animal rights organizations out there. And it's really...
You don't tell me you
It's really
PETA.
funny because it's like...
No
PETA is
way,
one of the
right?
most militant animal rights organizations. Hollywood Reporter didn't even ask me for it. For you know, my take on it or anything like that, which you're supposed to do this, like what journalism is supposed.
Hasan, journalism is interviewing people for information. Why do they need to reach out to you when you've put your information already out there? Does he not understand that? Like, what possible more information could you give these people? And if you can give these people more information, couldn't you just show us and completely debunk everything? Look at all this. PETA, ha 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 ha, LOL. Nobody's respecting PETA in this chat. They kill animals, though. Lamo, you know. Yeah, Hasan's own chat's just turning on him completely, you know. This person here, it will blow over in a week. Don't worry, King. That's definitely somebody that's, you know, someone trying to get with Hasan for sure. That might be Anissa. This could be just Anissa right over here for all we know. Wouldn't surprise me, right? Man, she wants Hasan badly. The fact that she defends Hasan more than items. Hey, you know you cannot be up on the desk. Don't do that. What do you want? What do you want? What? Tell me. What? Oh, okay. All right. You can, if you want me to throw it, you can just bring it to me. Fine, if you don't want to give it up, I'm okay. Now you're gonna give it. Okay, give me the bone. Ha, dummy. Get it. Good boy. Jeez. Good God. Instead of just coming up and whining at me, he could just literally bring me the bone, and he knows I'll throw it. I don't know why he does that.
Supposed to do. That's what journalists are supposed to do. And it's interesting. They went directly to PETA,
PETA
and
kills
then
animals,
PETA fucking
they murder pets. Look at this. Look at this.
PETA.
Look at all this. Look at all this chat here. PETA kills animals. They saw you eating those chickens. You sick F. F PETA. PETA kills pets. PETA thinks that having a pet dog is abuse inherently. They murder pets. No, they suck. They kill animals for shelters. The Hollywood Reporter is owned by Israelis. Okay. That's just thrown in there. All right. OMG, do these people have effing nothing in their lives? Eric Adams is weighing in on the story. Okay, they'd link it. PETA doesn't actually like companion animals. PETA hates big dogs. I had to do a satire Starbucks Collargate because, well, okay. They went to effing PETA. Yeah, look at all this. The majority of his chat is trying to explain to him that PETA on your side's not a good thing. And he's ignoring it because that's just what Hasan does.
Straight up was like, he says he doesn't use one, and we really hope that is the case.
Okay, let's see here. PETA kills animals. Didn't PETA kidnap and kill animals off, what is that? Oil porches? All porches? Oh, off of porches. There we go. I can barely read it at that F. Oh, you guys can't even see it. It's up here at the top. Didn't PETA kidnap and kill animals off of porches? I just don't get what. Okay, I can't read that at all up there in the corner. Eric Adams poll. I'm so done with this drama. Jesus Christs. Okay. PETA kills animals. Yo, hide your pets. PETA is a psyop giving animal rights activists a bad name. PETA kills animals. Literally just steal dogs to end them. Yeah. Look at this.
Instead
it's
of
just every
being
single
like,
chat coming in.
Yeah, he
It'll
definitely
completely
uses
reset.
one.
Here we go, another one. PETA kills dogs. PETA, look at all this. It just keeps going. It just keeps going, and Hasan won't address that.
Should kill him or whatever, which is what you would expect normally. But I think it's like low-key PETA's been an ally in the past. He definitely uses one. We should kill him or whatever, which is what you would expect. PETA fucking... PETA straight up was like, he says he doesn't use one, and we really hope that is the case. Instead of just being like, yeah, he definitely uses one. We should kill him or whatever, which is what you would expect normally
Really?
But I think it's like low key. PETA's been an ally in the past as well.
He just still defends PETA the whole time. I don't think he's going to get over that. That's crazy. That's hilarious to me, though. Hasan's just straight up like, yeah, PETA's on our side, you know? And everyone in this chat, there's one here, PETA. PETA, yeah, the one PETA. That's crazy. PETA will advocate for your dog to get put down because they think dogs shouldn't be slaves for our entertainment. So that's funny at Hasanabi. His fans are tearing him a new one about PETA, and he's just absolutely going off on that. That's absolutely hilarious. So now he's absolutely. Oh yeah. Look at this ceasefire. This what? Oh, this is a white. We'll get to this here afterwards. Are they saying Aloha hack? What? What are they saying? Are they saying Allah Akbar? Are they really saying that? How there's now a ceasefire. Suddenly all the videos out of Gaza shows the opposite of a genocide and famine. Yeah. Why are they saying that, though? Why are they literally, like, wishing, like, or calling on a holy war or whatever? Or no, is that just Allah Akbar? That's just God is good, isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. I think I got my words mixed up. You know. Anyway, so PETA's statement here. Now, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals is weighing in. A statement to The Hollywood Reporter. The advocacy group says Hasan Piker has denied using a shock collar on his dog, and we hope that's true because shock collars are dangerous and downright cruel. They put dogs at risk of wounds, chronic anxiety, and displaced aggregation. Or aggression. Burn wounds, that is, specifically. PETA added, positive reinforcement is far more effective training method and doesn't betray our animal companions' trust in us. They went really, really weak for him, and it's absolutely insane. You know, I don't think they're, and I said it, they're Hamas Piker sympathizers just to kind of ham it up, but I think what it is they know that they got a lot of leftists that follow them. A lot of crazy, psycho, vegan leftists. And, whoa, we can't jump up here. What do you want, though? Do you want to go outside? You want to, okay, I promise. I'll be right back. He has got to go outside, and he's not gonna wait. Okay, sorry about that. He genuinely was just like, no. He's like, I need out of here now. Hey, Hasan, just letting you know that's how you do that. If your buddy doesn't want to sit in the corner, which my dog just has made himself comfortable over there, and he has literally got a mark on the carpet where he lays down at whenever I do these videos and stream. And, you know, when they want out, you let them out. It's not hard. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. He can roam the house if he wants, but wife's going to take him outside because, you know, that's really why he needs to bleed the lizard, I think. Something like that. But yeah, anyway, I did this. I shared these out, and I'll get to that later on. Oh, YouTube's pilot program. I got to get to that today, too. That's a little wild. I may just do a separate video on that today, too, because it's a pretty crazy situation. Sneeko's throwing a fit on it, which I kind of think is funny, but also don't know if it's warranted or not. But let's see. Oh yeah, we'll get to the Candace Owens stuff soon too. Here we go. We're finally to a lot of this stuff. Wondering why Destiny. You know what? I'm gonna just go to the newest stuff here because I think Yeet here. Is this a bot? Is this an actual bot? News for and about streamers. I wonder if this is a bot though, because it retweets stuff so quick. Let's see, didn't tell him to do it. Okay, why not? Okay, here we go. So this is the Collargate one. Ethan Klein brought the alleged collar. Oh, okay.
Fine. Responsible activities. I got the exact model.
There we go. That was loud.
That Hasan has allegedly been using on his dog. His sweet,
educator. Wow.
Innocent,
why does this feel like
Kaya.
something that they would put on our necks in,
like, oh, God.
in some sort of communist
Okay.
Garbage? You know?
And we are going to go through this and prove to you,
Yeah.
beyond a shadow of a
no.
doubt, that this is the one he's using. And further,
Are you sure?
I will be strapping this to my neck
Oh God.
and feeling what that poor
You don't
dog
have
went
to do it
through.
on your neck.
Oh, he's
I
actually
don't know.
going to do it.
Venom's would be able to keep herself contained if she saw
Tamara
that.
said yes, he does.
Say what?
Okay, never mind. Apparently you do need to do it. So.
Well, I don't think it'd be. So I know Tamara
I think
tried
it's
it
more
on
like
her
Ian
arm,
would
but I don't
probably-
think that's the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Same thing. Well, No, it would definitely hurt more on your neck.
But that's so I'm trying to sympathize with the animal.
Are you guys comfortable with
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I don't think you need to do
I'm
that.
not- I do
I really
not-
don't.
no, I'm not
I mean, it'll be
comfortable with that.
hilarious.
Has, like,
I'll
big,
laugh.
thick fur. You would
But
just be on like.
it ain't gonna feel good
I'll
on your
start
neck.
very
Just do it on
low.
your hand.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll start very low.
fun.
Okay,
Yeah, thank
then.
you.
You know
You're
what,
gonna work your
Ethan?
way up. That's not the way to do
Back
it.
to you.
Go 10 and just hit it once.
Yeah, thank you.
You
Dan.
don't want to build up to it.
But
'cause
and
you won't do
anyone
it at
else,
that
by the
point.
way, who wants to, who's drinking and wants to try this on,
Because you're Jewish.
be my guest.
Well, I thought he was going to actually go and strap it to himself. We'll see if he shocks himself later. I'm sure. Oh, this was shared not that long ago. I'm sure he'll do it later on. We'll see what happens. Ms. Gift ponders why streamers who usually give their opinions are quiet on Collargate. You know, interesting that a lot of streamers are not saying a single word. If it was me, they would be tweeting nonstop when it comes to Hasan. Others, they keep their mouth shut. Yeah, we'll see.
I know damn well that if it was me or someone else, I do think Hasan shocked the dog. I don't really know how you could say he didn't shock the dog at this
What's
point.
this guy talking about?
I don't know what other
he
answer
should
you
do
could
it.
possibly give besides he shocked the
Oh,
dog.
we
I
should
will
try
say
to
this
trick
though.
Hasan into buying
I
Hasan
think
a
it's
human
interesting
right?
that a lot of streamers out there are
How
not
do we
saying
get
a
him to
single
do it?
fucking word about this entire thing and not talking about it.
Anthony,
when I know
video
damn
on
well that
Hasan
if it was
maybe?
me
Okay.
or someone else, they would be tweeting about it nonstop, saying that I should be banned or other streamers should be banned. But instead, a lot of content creators are keeping their mouths shut.
It's smarter for people that are on Hasan's side. It would be a lot smarter if he kept his mouth shut. It'd be a really, really intelligent thing for them to keep their mouths shut, you know? Like, oh, what are they going to do? Like, the people who are openly defending this now, they're getting roasted. These other people, it would be in their best interest to shut up about it, you know? All the people on Hasan's side, I mean, it's just genuinely, genuinely stupid, you know? Let's see here. Okay. Oh, yeah. We'll get to that later, too. Hasan talks about shock collar culture with dog trainers. Even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train service dogs. They think it's dog abuse in general. No, we don't.
I have literally
no,
fucking...
No.
Like, they don't
I have
realize
been
that
consistent on
even
this,
the
and
e-collars that do shock are unironically used.
it's not about shocking your dog with a shock collar. I know a lot of stupid people are going to be out there and they're going to say shock collars are bad. Not inherently, no. No. If you have a more aggressive dog or a dog that's food obsessed, you do not, want to give them food or try to, positively affirm them with food very often because they're not going to retain that. So you need to use a shock collar probably. The issue is how you're using it, Hasan. You shocked her for stepping a toe off of her bed. It was 2.5 hours. And then as she's getting up, wanting to kind of just get up and, go somewhere, he's just like, please sit down or whatever, and gets mad about it and then shocks her. And it's like, what, for the dog standing up? Are you kidding me? You don't do that. That's not how you train a dog. That's not what you do, what you use a shock collar for. It's crazy. That's absolutely insane. That's abuse. You use a shock collar for specific commands to help train if they are an aggressive dog or food-obsessed dog. I don't need to do that with my German Shepherd because he's not a food-obsessed dog, luckily. Positive reinforcement works great for him. He will not move a muscle if I tell him not to. It's simple. That's actually one of the easiest things to teach a dog, genuinely, whenever the whole stay command, super easy whenever you're using food. Even easier, well, not as easy as, I guess, telling him to come over to the food, but still super, super easy, Torture devices without consent are always an issue already. Yeah, it depends on who, Depends on who. Apparently, iDubbbz probably would. iDubbbz and Anissa, I think, would really, really like that over at Hasan's house. It's probably something that they would really enjoy. Wonder how much money they would pay. I wonder if that's why they're broke. I wonder if they were like, hey, we got a lot of money for you to do something really freaking weird in your mansion when we come over. That is crazy how broke they are now, though. That's sad. It's sad to watch someone just, Plenty of dogs have been trained fine without such things. Well, right, that's what I'm saying. There are plenty of dogs out there who can be. Non-food obsessed dogs, non-aggressive dogs. Those are the types of dogs that are completely and totally fine to use treats only to train a dog. If you have an aggressive dog and you have a food obsessed dog, you're going to have to find alternatives. And a shock collar is one of those alternatives for those types of dogs, Just depends. Usually, I only see it happen with aggressive dogs because you don't want a dog to bite you. You know what I mean? Kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to deal with that. And the dog needs to know that they should not be doing that under any circumstance. You can't train them to not bite you by giving them treats. You know what I mean? It's not good. Plenty of aggressive dogs have been trained without such things. That depends, again. Are we talking about aggressive chihuahuas? Or are we talking about a dog that will hospitalize you in one bite? Because I promise you, a dog that can hospitalize you in one bite, 150-pound dog mastiff, something like that, you're not going to want to risk without using a shock collar. It depends on how aggressive they are, how, where they came from, if they came from a shelter or not, There are ways to get a dog to, to learn and not be a nuisance to random people, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to risk a dog maiming somebody just because you wanted to be a little extra nice to it. You know what I'm saying? There are certain circumstances where a dog is way too dangerous. Usually that type of dog will get put down, but if someone's willing to take the time and use a shock collar instead, you know what I mean? I think that's a better alternative than just putting the dog down. At least someone's trying. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes there's no way around it. Dog's too damaged. Dog will always attack. It's unfortunate realities. You know what I mean? Very unfortunate, I don't think it's necessarily breed. I've seen, it depends, because some dogs are way more susceptible to, just being aggressive and get distemper or something like that. But I've seen nice pit bulls, Well, yeah, right. You're always risking a dog maiming someone by having one. Depends, though, to a degree, If you're a proper dog owner and your dog never shows any aggression towards you or anything like that, it's very low risk. It's why I got my dog a harness. Before I got my dog a harness, though, I had a shock collar and a regular collar because he could slip out of the first collar. And if he slips off the first collar, and I'm just not going to not walk my dog, I got to take him through the neighborhood and stuff. And back then, he was a lot more aggressive. He's still intact and everything, too. But now he's really genuinely doesn't show much aggression at all anymore. He's older. He gets along with people a lot better now. So much, much better situation. Now that I got a harness, though, he ain't getting away from me. So no shock collars needed, Didn't need that whatsoever. But the whole point is super easy to train a nice German Shepherd, which my dog has always been very, very, very nice. I've never once shocked my dog with that collar either. Ever. I've never needed to. It was only on there as a, if he slips out of this collar trying to get somebody else's dog, I have no choice. Well, I'm not just going to watch him maim somebody's dog, and I'm not going to stick my hand down there. He'll bite it off. You know what I mean? He won't understand that I am trying to pull him away. He's going to be locked onto someone else's pet. Let alone, God forbid it be someone's child or something. I didn't know at that time how he was going to handle meeting people. Meeting other people throughout my neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's a dangerous gamble. And I'd rather shock my dog than watch him hurt somebody. I'm just saying. In those situations, though, that's different than what Hasan's doing. Hasan's strapping his dog to a bed. That's what he's doing. There's nothing humane about that. Like I said, my dog, he just ran downstairs because he can. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why he has such a problem with his dog grooming.
Used to train fucking service dogs and shit. They think it's
but seriously,
dog
this is
abuse
overblown
in
by
general.
extreme.
That's part of the reason why so many trainers have come out and been like, you guys are wrong. Shock collars are not tasing the dog. It's like a TENS machine.
Yeah, but the dog was forced to lay on that bed for 4.5 hours. That's the problem I have, Ark. The dog was forced to lay on that bed for 4.5 hours without getting up. He may have taken the dog out 2 hours before. Dog ain't holding its bladder for 6 hours. That's what's kind of crazy about it. You know what I mean? Oh, took it out after the stream. That's even worse. Yeah, so I don't know how long he was in the house for. That's actually worse. I misread your comment. I thought you said 2 hours before the stream started. 2 hours after the stream started. Yeah. Maybe that's a joke, though. I didn't realize that. 2 hours after the stream, yeah. Man. That sucks, though. That's crazy. That actually would be, Animals are almost better off. We just leave them alone. I mean, That just depends. I don't think most dogs are better off if we leave them alone now. Most dogs have been bred to literally not be able to live on their own. Just kind of sucks. You know what I mean? We've kind of gotten rid of most pets' ability to live on their own. Kind of a cruel thing I think we've done to a degree. But also, hey, love my dog though, so yeah, and he's happy, so there's always that, My Springer could and did hold it that long. Oh God, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't have my dog in a situation. Luckily, I don't have to ever have my dog in a situation.
I have literally fucking shocked myself in the past. Like,
where
so
he's
people are
that longer
people are just
wow,
like oblivious to that
That's
in
cool.
general.
Okay.
So wait, hold up.
Again,
we got
I
a
don't
discount
think
code
most-
that Jeremy
if-
sent
if
me.
most
Okay, I'm
people
gonna
have
have
a
Jeremy
problem with the
Scale on later
shocking,
today
they
as well.
probably
Yes,
aren't
thank you.
dog
Shock
people.
collars are not wrong. I mean, they can be used in a wrong way
You know.
for sure. Stop saying they don't understand. Yeah, we use an e-collar on our hunting dog. I've shocked myself. It's for his safety when hunting. Like, people don't.
What do you mean? Does Hasan being a Turk have anything to do with it? With him shocking the dog? Abusing a dog? Have you ever been to a trailer park? People abuse their dogs all the time. I see people all the time in the local jail who get put in there for abusing animals. You know what I mean? Hasan shocks his dog. Also, Hasan, you calling me out makes you far right. Yeah, right. Now, I guess, being anti-animal abuse is a very far-right thing, which I guess it is technically, because Donald Trump's the one who passed the federal law that said if you abuse animals, now it's a felony instead of a misdemeanor. So I guess, being anti-abuse of animals is a far-right situation, right? It's a far-right subject. Guess only far-right people care about animal rights. I'll go with it.
People don't understand because, like, a lot of people think, a lot of people think that it's,
yeah, didn't they say, is it something about, like, dogs?
It's just, you're not supposed to train your dogs at all. You're just supposed to let them fucking roam, not realizing that, like, dogs need
Is it true that Muslims think that dogs bark scare angels away or something like that? I don't know. People say Turks, Muslims hate dogs, what I heard too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never looked into it. It could be a stereotype, which is a weird stereotype, actually. They don't like dogs. I don't know. I feel like it's funny because, like, black people in general, I see them being more afraid of dogs than almost anyone. But they also always own the most aggressive dogs at the same time. So it's just like, okay, this is the weirdest possible stereotype they could have, where they're like, oh, they're afraid of dogs. And then they always have a pit bull. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think they could be that afraid of dogs. It's weird, right? I always hear that stereotype, though, that black people in general, and I've always seen it, too. I've seen, like, I've seen some funny stuff, with just, like, a little dog running up and they jump up on top of a car and stuff. But, I mean, it's probably just, like, I don't know, anywhere else in general. It's just funny. I don't know. I just like the contradiction of it that, like, the most aggressive dog is the one that they always go for. And then there's a lot of them that are, like, afraid of dogs, too. And it's just like, man, that's got to suck. That's got to suck if you grow up in that community and you are afraid of dogs. Because you're gonna run into one, It's kind of like, what's the most, like, probably Labrador or Golden Retrievers, probably the most common dog breed for a white person, I think, in general. You know what I mean? It's kind of I don't think I can make a parallel with that, though, actually, because those dogs are dumb as hell. Well, they're not dumb. They're dopey. You know what I mean? They're intelligent dogs. They're just really, man, they are some dopey dogs, They're fun, though. I really like Golden Retrievers. They're hilarious. There's a story about a young Turks burning all the dogs of a city. 6,000 something. Oh, my God. I don't know. I always imagined if anybody hated dogs more than anything, it would be like it would be like Chinese or Korean or something like that, right? Who's the ones that have that holiday where they actually just slaughter dogs in the street? It's like disgustingly sick. I think that's China, right? They like skin them and stuff, and like they're still alive, and it's a horrific thing. And it's like I don't think anybody quite hates dogs as much as that culture. So when I hear about, like, Muslims and stuff like that, I'm like, well, look, they might not like dogs much, but they normally I think they just stay away from them. man, you gotta really hate dogs to be doing what China's doing. Genuinely, Thing is that Seth MacFarlane is a Democratic liberal, and they're supposed to be peaceful and tolerant. Oh, right, yeah.
Sure.
Let's see what
they
this
need
goes,
to
though.
work. They need to be like very active.
What
They
is
need
this,
to get
though?
that out of their fucking system.
Oh, right.
And not only
He's just
that, but
defending it.
also
So he's also
in an effort
defending the
to-
shot
to
callers.
train them a lot of
which
the
is fine. Which is fine. He's going to repeat a lot of the stuff that I said. I have no problem with what he's going to say here about defending shot callers. The issue is you're shocking a dog for stepping off a bed because you want it to be a prop. Like, that's insane. I wouldn't even teach my dog to do that with treats. Because then it's not only going to sit there for hours, Not only would Bishop be in the corner for hours, then I'd be making him fat too. It's like, that's that's insane. That's the worst possible thing. What, I'm going to teach my dog to lay still and eventually he'll just keep getting treats over and over again? Nah, you got to keep your dog fit, man. You want your dog to live more than a couple years, you got to keep him active, and you got to be a good pet owner and get out there. Be active with that dog. If you're not prepared to do that, man, probably shouldn't be owning dogs. You got to get out there and actually genuinely put in the work. But anyway, Moist Critical has turned off all donations on YouTube, Twitch. Says keep money, says keep or donate your money instead. I feel uneasy about it for a while, but I've convinced myself I could deliver something valuable, not just YouTube, Twitch subs too. Really? All you get out there... okay, that's weird. I don't know why you did that. I want to get to his reply. Asmongold responded to Hasan, and I want to get Hasan calling out Asmongold too, because that's where the funny stuff starts taking place here. And then we'll move on to Candace. Let's see. Twitter use Sozod might have dropped a close... okay, we see that... wait, did he not share that? Valkyrie comments on... oh, God, what's she got to say about Collargate? I could... oh, really? She's just going to cover? She's just going to hardcore cover Hasan? That's crazy. Oh, YouTube censoring your comments again? Let's see, they eat them in Vietnam. I don't know if they do that, I don't know if they do that the way in the like the what's it called?
Oh yes, I have seen the Kaya stuff.
Like a festival
and,
of it.
Let me tell you, Kaya is, well, first of all,
let's move.
The clip did look horrible. The clip was really bad. It was so bad. And
So bad.
it's understandable why everyone was freaking out about it, but I can
shouldn't have happened.
Verify that Kaya is the most loved and spoiled and just the most well-trained. And
now, how could you ever possibly know that? Do you go over to Hasan's house often? Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder what she's doing.
Best little baby or big baby that I have ever been around and that I have ever seen.
Yeah, I feel bad because okay, so Ed, there's a guy, he's an Amazon delivery guy, and he sees my dog, and he comments on my dog all the time. He goes, "You got a beautiful dog. That dog scares the fuck out of me." You know what I mean? Like, I tried to get him to pet him because I'm like, no, he'll stop barking and everything. He'll love on you if you just, like, stick your hand on out, and, he'll come out and he'll chill on the porch with us, and he doesn't trust it. He won't trust it at all. But he's a hardcore metalhead too. I hear him blasting baby metal of all bands, like in his Amazon truck. It's hilarious. So we'll talk about metal bands and stuff every time he comes up to drop off a package. Now he'll ring the doorbell and actually wait for me to come out. It's great. Every now and then I'm not there, and I'll tell him on my doorbell. I'm like, "Hey man, I'm out," and he's like, "Oh, you good? We'll see you later." But he comes to my neighborhood all the time, drops off packages. Very friendly, very very friendly guy. Terrified of my dog, but Anyway, it's just crazy stuff.
Big baby.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, it's
How do you know this though? So how often are you over at his house?
You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but
oh, you mean like how Trump just ended it and all? Yeah, crazy. Take Hasan's side though. But yeah, we should just all still be absolutely outraged with Israel and Palestine, even though there's now an active ceasefire as of 11 o'clock this morning. They're praising Donald Trump's name over in Gaza. Kind of wild how that works, isn't it? Just strange, right? Just absolutely crazy. But yeah, they should just be outraged over that. No, I think we got plenty of time now to call Hasan out for this. To call Hasan out for this horrendous abuse. Because at the end of the day, There is no issue in Gaza right now. There is no issue in Palestine. And I think the angle Hasan, unfortunately, is going to have to take, unless he just completely stops talking about it and goes silent, is he's going to have to take, like, you know, the fact that Hamas should start another war. I think that's what he'll say, is they should get out there and they should get rid of Israel completely. Even though they're going to be able to coexist for a while. For sure. They could just coexist there. Wouldn't be an issue. But Hasan doesn't want that. You know what I mean? He ignores the genocide in Yemen, ignores the genocide in Balochistan, which is a crazy genocide, ignores the genocide going on in China with the Uyghur Muslims. Hey, 2 forms of Muslims I just named that are being genocided that the left does not give an absolute crap about, and it's in much larger population than what's going on in Gaza. Crazy how that works. You know, they didn't care about the 35-year war, the invisible children in the Congo. They didn't care about that at all. That's the biggest genocide I think that's gone on in anybody's lifetime alive today. Willing to bet that that's probably one of the biggest genocides that anybody alive today has literally seen go on. That was a crazy one. They don't give a crap about that. And guess what? It specifically involved the abduction of children and then making them go and deploying them in other villages to kill all those families. And then abduct those children and then bring them back to cobalt mines. And then that's what they were doing. That's why it was the invisible children. Yeah. Yeah, stomach that one. Tell me that's not worse than what was going on in Gaza, right? Tell me that that's just not worse. Go ahead. Say Gaza's much worse than that. That is insane. Absolutely insane that these people do that crap. That they think that crap. And they don't pay attention to what's going on in the world around them.
Priorities in this world are not where they should be. But
really? Are they not? They're not where they should be? How old is this video? How old is this video? 17 hours ago. We already knew that peace deal was brokered. No, she might not have uploaded this 17 hours ago.
I think from the clip, it's understandable why people were very concerned.
Yeah, of course.
But just knowing Hasan and knowing like how I've been around Kaya a lot and him, and I just like know that he would never ever abuse.
Why do you know that? How do you know that? You know how many people knew Jeffrey Dahmer? You know how many people knew, actually, not so much Jeffrey Dahmer, who's the, John Wayne Gacy. That guy was literally famous in New York City. He was a famous person in New York City, not for being like a celebrity or anything, but for being so active in his community and owning his construction company and all that. Very well known. None of those people, every one of those people that were questioned, that were close to him, that knew him, were like, I never knew he was burying bodies under his house. Like, are you kidding me? Like, do people not pay attention to anything going on in the world at all? They don't look at history whatsoever. No, Hasan would never do something like that, so I just instantly believe him. Yeah, and everyone who knew John Wayne Gacy, hundreds to thousands of people who knew John Wayne Gacy, every one of them was like, I never would have ever seen this coming. He was an upstanding guy. He was so active in the community and everything. Dude was putting bodies under his house. How do people not know this? And you think, yeah, look at the other one, the most charismatic one there. Ted Bundy. Look at Ted Bundy. How did he lure people in? He was kind. He was generous. He was very sweet talking. He was very charismatic. He was very much a good-looking dude. And he got all of his victims by doing that. Nobody would have thought. Look at his girlfriend and his daughter at the time, too. None of them knew he was doing that. Come on. And then Valkyrie's going to sit here and go, well, I've seen Hasan like twice in my life. Maybe 10 times in my life. I just know he would never, ever do something like that. Ever. That dog is just so loved. And it's like you couldn't possibly know that in a million years. Let's see what the comments say on this. We have a fallacy of relative privation on the field. Just because there are worse things happening in the world doesn't mean other problems should be ignored. Yeah, there's that for sure. This has nothing to do with Palestine. Hasan Piker is an animal abuser. Yeah, absolutely. I don't care about Nick Fuentes. Yeah, Hasan would never abuse an animal. Oh, yeah.
I'll actually kill it. Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Motherfucker, come here.
Yeah, you cannot pull on a dog's tail. You will damage their spine. That is such a stupid thing to do.
Motherfucker, come here.
He's literally lifting his butt up. That's crazy. Yeah, Gacy was Pogo the Clown. Yeah. You know, it's kind of weird that that guy named himself Pogo in Marilyn Manson's band. It's like he knew, you know. But anyway, praying the genocide ends soon for 2 reasons. It's an evil, horrible atrocity. Leftists won't have anything to hide behind when they are criticized. All right, Siobhan Head's just, I don't know. I'm not, like, she's been grifting from the beginning. You know, it sucks because Siobhan Head's really the one that got me into politics completely. And then, you know, after her whole thing with Greg, you know, the Armored Skeptic, seeing them play stupid with that famous person from Mad TV, or MTV, not Mad TV, that stupid person from MTV, and it just really showed me how grifty they were. It was really pathetic. Is that a pit? Yeah, he had I think that was his last dog, right?
Stay.
Is that his?
If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucker, come here.
Oh, yeah. You're just dragging him by the tail. You know, I've taught my kids to not do that. I've taught my kids never to grab my dog's tail. Ever. I'm like, hey, or well, our dog. I say my dog, but our dog, you know? Ever. You never do that to a dog. I'm like, you could seriously hurt the dog by grabbing their tail like that. Pulling it, not a good idea. Because with a tail, you just got direct access to spinal column. You know what I mean? That's not good. That can lead to severe nerve damage. Everybody knows this. Everyone in Manson's band took names on purpose. Oh, okay. It was the shock age. Yeah, that makes sense. I just got done listening to John Five's like whole interview with Billy Corgan on his magnificent, what is it called? What's his podcast called? Whatever, Magnificent Others. Yeah. Billy Corgan is the one who got me most into tea. Most into tea there. That's why I'm such a big tea fan, you know, like in general. Like, that's why I like the Quarterings teas a lot too. I've actually tried them and was like, these are really good quality teas. You know, the coffee brand coffee stuff. Been drinking that stuff for a long time. I started off with, I went to Madame Zuzu's in Chicago once after seeing him in a concert, and Billy Corgan was somewhere in the store at the time, but he was in the back, so couldn't see him. But only like 10 people could fit in there at once in his store, but nobody knew, I guess, that it was Billy Corgan's store. It's kind of weird. It was right across from this delicious sushi place, too. Really good sushi place. I don't know. I couldn't tell you guys where the old location was. But, yeah, it was really, really good, though. Really good stuff. Good experience. I had this tea called what was it? The Ice House Elixir. And it was one of the greatest teas I've ever drank. It was so, like, smoky, and it was such a smoky tasting tea. It was amazing. It was like drinking a really good whiskey, but just absolutely no burn at all, and it's like a slight bit of sweetness. It was delicious. It was amazing. Had, like, this, like, kind of clovey taste to it. Really, really good. Anyway, this person. Hey, Valkyrie, I have a German Shepherd who was raised from a little pup by me and with 0 shock collar and 0 abuse. It has acres of space to run around and isn't forced to sit in a corner for hours daily. You are a dumb, defending animal abuse. F you. Like, seriously, the whole thing is he makes that dog sit there for 4.5 hours. Like, I've never seen a dog sit down and lay down for more than 30 minutes, you know? Like, that's crazy. That is some crazy, like, defense going on here. And here's his video, too.
Trainer in San Diego.
Talking about the
His name is
shock
Pat. Do you send him for 2?
He trained my dog, too.
And my dog.
Brian.
You sent him for 2 weeks?
2 or 3 weeks. You have to, bro.
What does he get trained to do?
To everything. Shock collar.
Shock collar. And they're talking about the same guy who trained his dog. He said, that's the guy who trained my dog, too. Absolute proof that they've been using shock collars and stuff. So it's not like, you know, it's not like Hasan is a stranger to this stuff.
He'll get training.
He's clearly pro shock collar. I don't know why he would switch to.
You don't need to ever have a leash on him.
Really?
Do you know Kaya?
My dog?
Cooking with Kaya?
No, my dog.
Oh, no.
Well, dude, we have the...
Oh, yeah, I met your dog.
Yes.
It's basketball event.
Yes.
So he's talking about that, you know, Using shock collar on Kaya.
We have the best
She's
dogs.
very well trained.
Very well shocked. Shocked to the core. Yeah, animal abuse. I mean, it's just, and she's not going to respond to any of this. She absolutely will not respond to any of this at all. Because why would she, right? She doesn't care. So anyway, let's see. Let's see. What's his name? Moist responds. Hasan, there we go. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see. Subreddit is not happy with Moist Critical's video. Mentions, yeah, but where's his response?
Feel like concern from him and instead talks about why she's like a spoiled baby. I don't see anything that she could have like hurt herself on. It doesn't seem like her dew claw or anything gets tangled up in the bed. So to me, it feels like it is something he did. Even if it's not a full-blown shock, he didn't get her with like a Dungeons and Dragons lightning bolt or anything like that.
Wow.
If it is a vibrate-only unit, I feel like he definitely did press the vibrate in that instance there. I see nothing else that would cause that yelp here from everything that we can clearly see.
Yeah, why didn't he at least admit that he had done that? If he's like, no, it's a vibrate only, and I vibrated the dog. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about that. If he vibrated his dog to make the dog lay down in the bed, and it made the dog yelp, first of all, that dog was expecting pain. But second of all, let's say that dog was just a big baby. Let's just say. Why are you forcing your dog to go lay back down and not move? Why? Why would you do that? I don't care if it was vibrate or not. I genuinely actually don't. It's not even the issue. The issue is you're forcing your dog to lay behind you for hours while you stream. Why?
And if that is the case, and that, to me, that's what it seems like the case is, that's super fucked up. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't think there's anything to warrant him being upset in the first place. And to be upset enough to press a, correctional button on that device is so beyond fucked. There was no bad behavior or any kind of correction or punishment needed to be doled out there. All she did was move on the bed slightly, slightly move off the bed. I think it's super fucked up. But if this is all wrong, it's all a bunch of hooey, and Hasan didn't shock or vibrate or do anything at all here to cause Kaya to yelp in pain, I think it would have been very easy to immediately in the moment prove that by just showing the collar, which, again, I feel like is the most logical thing most people would have thought to do. But also, B, I still think all of his, anger and, annoyance at the dog for moving around off her place is just fucking weird, too. And then, of course, people were mentioning how Kaya's on stream 8 to 10 hours a day and then just...
it's completely and totally ridiculous. That dog is on stream every single day laying in the same spot, every single day. And it's just too long. What are you doing? Go have someone take your freaking dog out, dude. Seriously. This is so ridiculous.
Just all of a sudden, randomly, he decides to shock her today. Yeah, great story you've got there, Buster. Really shows how stupid everyone's become. Everyone's really fucking dumb to believe in something like this. All just because he hasn't in the past on stream. And then, of course, people take it a step further, saying none of his friends have ever called him out for using a shock collar, thus this has to be a load of, fucking horseradish. I think this is a very weak argument. Because I know if Hasan does use a shock collar, he would never let any of his friends see that, because...
I don't know about that. I think his friends were totally cool with that. I think we just watched a video where they were gloating about, having a trainer with shock collars and stuff like that. I don't think that... genuinely, I do not think for a second that he is shy about talking about this with his friends. I think they're all kind of cool with it. I don't think and maybe none of them thought it was wrong. Maybe they're just that out of touch, right? I would actually willingly believe that Hasan doesn't think he's doing anything wrong per se. But the moment that he saw people had a problem with it, he was like, nope, deny, deny, deny. But I think genuinely he probably thinks he has done nothing wrong. And he probably is like, why are these people freaking out? Or maybe just didn't realize he was that out of touch with reality, right? At least on that issue. Because he shouldn't. He probably... I don't think he truly knows how out of touch he is. I don't think Hasan could ever truly know how out of touch he is with reality.
He would know that they would call him out for it and give him shit for it, especially someone like Maya. So they just wouldn't know. Thus, they wouldn't be able to call him out on it or anything like that. And this whole idea of making an assumption based on things that are outside of what is clearly visible here, I think is useless. Just because you haven't seen it in the past on stream doesn't mean it's not something he's done before, or it is very possible this was the first time. That's also very true too. What are shock collars used for? Training. And what is he currently doing with Kaya, at least based on what I've heard him talk about? Training her, or at least expanding the training on place.
He's definitely trying to train that dog to stay right there in the bed.
So maybe he decided that this might be a good tool to use for the first time. That's also entirely possible. It's not some like far-fetched crazy conspiracies that only haters are drumming up and, falling in line with.
If he streams only for 4 hours a day, that gives him a whole 20 hours to sit there and train that dog on that bed. If he streams for 8 hours in a day, he's got 16 hours to sit there and train that dog to stay in its bed. Of course he's never had to do it on camera before. That dog was terrified to step off the bed. Every single stream, you see that dog stays on that bed and does not get up. I have never seen a dog decide not to come up to its owner, check, get some pets, get bored, try to leave the room, especially as a puppy. That dog, I think, is younger than my dog. My dog's 3 years old. He's a 3-year-old German Shepherd. I think Kaya is like 2-year-old to 2 years old. Just crazy,
It's a very plausible thing based on what is clearly visible in the clips.
Okay. Anyway, so he talks about all that, and of course we see the tape, that it's very obvious tape rings there, or the rings in the tape. Very obvious, Anyway, wait. Hasan Piker, these are actually not fully removable? Yes, these are. It's easy and then proves the exact opposite. How? What do you mean? I've never seen prongs not removable on a collar. They're always removable because they'll rust up. If these rust up, it's not as bad because you can kind of clean it off. As long as they make a connection, it's fine. The clean parts are the tips. You also take them off to clean them because they're in your dog's neck all day long. You know what I mean? Or at least while you're using it. There's grease, oil, dogs produce stuff that you don't always want on them. Now, I doubt anybody really cleans theirs, but that's kind of the intent behind it. Or replacing them outright. So how does he prove that it's not? I don't understand. Ethan Klein accidentally shares a video proving the prongs on the shock collar of Hasan Piker is accused using are actually not fully removable. What do you mean not fully removable? Like, what is this? I'm so confused. It's definitely the shock version. There's no question. Yeah, he's got it taped up. You can see the tape. You can see the tape here. How is this so difficult? I don't understand. Oh, I see. So they're saying because there were these little screws sticking out. If there weren't screws sticking out, he probably wouldn't have needed tape, right? It's just crazy. I don't know. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. The left will do anything to defend absolute garbage. They'll do anything to defend it. So anyway, we're gonna go down through here. We're gonna watch some Candace Owens stuff. I'm gonna see if there's any newer Candace Owens updates. But there's this. Let's see. This guy here. We'll pull this up. Let's see if there's anything new involving Candace today. Let's see. I'd like to get all the newest, latest stuff. We'll catch up on a little bit. What is this? So we agreed to go to war for Qatar, and now we're letting them train pilots on U.S. soil. The Qatari influence on the Trump administration is totally out of control. It has to be said. Oh, what? Now we're bought out by Qatar? Okay. So I guess it's no longer Israel. Now we're bought out by Qatar, apparently, for people. Good God, I'm almost tired of seeing all this crap. Like, oh, Qatar's now in control of the United States. Oh, now China's in control of the United States. Oh, and it just keeps changing. Keeps changing like drastically. Let's see. This guy shared this. Holy crap! So is this? Okay, what's this one? Just shredded Donald Trump for winning a Nobel Peace Prize for helping Israel. Oh, really? Really? Oh, she's mad about this?
Trump
Let's see
wants
this.
a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way, for the planned ethnic cleansing.
Hey, who is it
they
that told me that
profit
she like her husband
on
had
the
to move out
land
while she was
and
going
turn
through
it into a beach town? So
post-traumatic?
let me say this.
They're not post-traumatic stress.
This is our never again.
Postpartum.
Okay. This is a Holocaust. A Holocaust just happened. A real Holocaust just happened. And we will never forget this. You need to tell your children what happened in Gaza. You need to tell them exactly who did it, exactly whose families were involved in this. And when you hear in the future somebody...
Yeah, I mean, there's no saving Hasan at this point. Like, there's not. Even his own audience, like, half of his audience is going to turn against him at least. The most hardcore fans will stick with him, but Hasan's so on his way out. He's going to be irrelevant here in the next 6 months.
I tell you, like,
completely.
We're going
He's going to fall off bad.
For a vacation.
This will be
you
the
need
end
to
of him.
Look at them like they are the absolute vermin of our society, because they are. They are.
Wait, who?
Their children will be cursed, okay? If you go and you play in the sand where you know that your forefathers
Candace is insane.
To mass murder children, you will be cursed. Every person who steps foot on that, every family that is set to inherit what they did, they will be cursed. Your children's children will be cursed.
Okay, God. All right, almighty God, Candace Owens. How about you smite them? That'll be faster. What the hell is she smoking? Like, seriously, is she on some serious, like, drugs? This is insane. Your family's gonna be cursed and everything. It's like, I don't think you understand the full story of what's going on there. I don't think anybody does. And I'm not saying this is pro-Israel. I'm saying none of us know what's actually going on there in Israel. Genuinely, none of us are on the ground. None of us are, like, actually genuinely a part of it. There's just theories for the most part. And look at what happened. They got their hostages back. This whole time, Hamas, since October 7th, has been very, very, very clear. Israel has been very, very clear about Hamas taking their hostages. When we get the hostages back, we'll stop. They're getting their hostages back Monday. If it continues to stop, I think Israel told the truth. And I think them doing what they have done is absolutely, absolutely justified at that point then. If that's how it goes down. We got to wait and see. But if that's how it goes down, I think they're justified. Because I wish my country would fight for me that hard if I was taken hostage. Let alone my family members or anything like that, especially. I would be immensely disturbed if my family somehow got taken and the government did nothing, you know? Wait, what about V? Wait, is V, what happened with him? Sorry. Candox is siding with Hamas now. Yeah, she's strange. It's very odd. I wonder if she's like a Hamas denier or something. Denies that Hamas exists or something. Even for my 18-year-old, yeah. So, do not TV. What? Okay, I need to know some context there. YouTube here. I'll pull this up. Explosive Charlie. Yeah. Do they? So, just out of curiosity, before I look into that video, do they fire a 55 grain round out of that 30-06? Oh wait, my bad. 30-06. That's the proper way to say it, by the way. 30-06.
Gaza belongs to nobody but the Palestinians. So when you begin to move the Israelis in there, and when the Trump Hotel gets built on there, I caution the rest of the world to stay far away from that cursed land, because something is coming. You can't commit that much evil in broad daylight and not think it's going to come back to haunt you.
Have you seen the Congo? Have you been to Yemen? Have you seen Balochistan? How about the Uyghur Muslim concentration camp? Have you seen that stuff? I don't think you have, Candace. Seems like they can get away with evil there just fine, and none of you all care. Kind of wild how that works, huh? She sees the swell of anti-Israel sentiment in younger MAGA. They are her base and source of money. Yeah, she making a lot of money off this. She making a lot of money off this. In the past 3 weeks, she has made 700,000 subscribers. Not 70, not 7,000. She has made 700,000 12,000 subscribers. Like, that's in just 1 month. To get that many subscribers, the amount of views you would have to get on your videos is astronomical. This Charlie Kirk ordeal has made Candace so rich. So rich so many times over. You know? But anyway, Candace Owens just shredded Donald Trump for winning a Nobel Peace Prize for helping Israel destroy Gaza. How did that destroy Gaza? They got a deal and got everything to just stop. That's crazy, right? He is a different one. He was either there when it happened. He shows some with weapons and made compare the sound on the day. I'll check it out. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up right now, actually. Let's see. Candace secretly loves... Yeah. Is this stuff allowed on YouTube to be played without getting, like... I hope so. It should be fine, right? This guy, he's got 12,000 subs. I'm sure he's doing okay. Maybe I'll turn sound off just so we can... let's see if he shows visuals here. So...
to the side of his neck. The theory would be that this wound on his neck was an exit wound and not an entry wound. Another
No. That can't happen. That can't be possible.
theory is he might have been shot through the side of the neck. But today we're going to test behind the ear and out the neck, which as...
Well, here's the thing. If Candace's whole theory is right, that it's just not even possible with what any of them said whatsoever. Because if that were the case, right? If that were the case, they found a fragment, right? And then she's like, the fragment that would tell the trajectory. And it's like, no, you can't tell a trajectory from a fragment like that. You might be able to, kind of, if there's a pathway carved for the fragment. And then you could see a pathway carved outward, too. Maybe, I don't know if... It would take a lot. It's not really a good trajectory. The fragment won't tell you the trajectory. You know what I mean? It's really not. That's the bad thing about it. A fragment can't possibly tell you that. Because when something fragments, it does this number. So you're going to have other pieces to account for it too. Unless, like I said, there's a clear-cut pathway from that fragment to show where it originally broke off from. It's so much more complicated than just what she's suggesting. That's kind of silly.
As you can see, is a pretty extreme angle. If Charlie was shot from the right, the shooter would have had to have been at an elevated position.
Yeah.
For this shot, I will be using a 9mm. I'll be using a hollow point round. A hollow point will blossom and expand as it hits.
That's good and all. I see, that's the problem. So he's using a 9 round. Does he use anything? Did he say it on the video? Is there like okay, 9. So he puts it on the screen. I could probably find times where he brings up different ammunition, maybe. Because palm pistol caliber, okay. Yeah. No, if he's not going to use different 308 rounds, then it's not going to really debunk much. Now, he's got 7.62 here, I think. What are these?
Not intended to protect against rifle fire. This thing will go up to a 44 Magnum. Did we really think it's going to make a rifle round like a 30-06
Okay, so those are just 308 rounds. Okay.
Off of it? It's not going to fragment it. It's not going to ricochet it. This soft armor is meant to absorb the impact of a pistol round and disperse the force. Okay. It's not like a steel plate. It's not like a level 3 steel plate where it'll bounce off just because
this guy's playing PUBG.
It's thick steel. Theory, we're going to do hard tip 30-06 bullets. So I'm going to do my damnedest.
Oh, I doubt it. I bet he bought the cheapest ammo possible, which to me would be a 55 grain 308 round. And if that's the case, it would be super plausible for that round to do what it did. Just saying. Very, very plausible for a 308 round like that. Because those rounds are meant to take out coyotes from about 100 to 150 yards. Imagine a person at 200 yards who's a lot bigger than a coyote and a lot less fragile than a coyote. Coyotes only get up to like a maximum of like 45 pounds, I think. What is the max weight of a coyote? Let me see. Max weight of coyote. 44 pounds. Okay, so I was pretty close. They can average between 18 to 44 pounds. Coyotes are very, very small. Most people would think that coyotes are like wolf size or something because, you know, they see them from a distance. They are much smaller than your average pet dog in general. So it's just not, it's not at all a big dog. They're not very dangerous. They run away from humans. They might attack a human in a pack, but a pack of coyotes isn't exactly It's not, if you get a stick, it's not exactly a very good fight for the Coyotes. It's really not. They can't really do as nearly as much as you would think, and they know that. Most Coyotes will stay away. Most packs will stay away. If they got a big enough pack, they may feel like they could do something, but you don't see people going down from Coyote attacks often. There's a reason for that. You know, they're very small dogs. They are very much insignificant. And if they make rounds for 308 caliber, specifically to pick off dogs or pick off Coyotes like that, I think this exact scenario is plausible. Very much so. Now, here's the thing, though. A lot of people were talking about how hard it was to aim that specific round. That's a 55 grain, though. They also make 100 grain. They also make 120 grain. They make 180 grain. They make a 220 grain. You know, when you get to the 220 grain, that's when people are talking about, like, literally blowing heads off. But that's the more expensive round, too. Much more expensive round. So, you know.
To try to just hit the lip here of this armor and see what happens.
Oh,
the theory is this armor pushed out of his chest, and that created that image, and then ricocheted up into his neck.
But why are you using that armor? Because is it confirmed that he used that type of armor?
Some paper to his face. See if anything does come up from it.
You'd have to be up elevated, man.
I mean, I'm right on the top here.
Also,
nothing
too, because Charlie was hunched over. You know what I mean? So whenever Charlie went to grab his mic and all, he was over like this whenever he got hit. So I mean, there is that too. I don't know that this guy's not going to be able to recreate this very well, and that's kind of the issue too, because you're going to have to be up on a roof, hitting down from a guy who's kind of bent over and his chest is caved in a little bit. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it's just, and yeah, supposedly he just used a plate. Yeah, see, we can't even get confirmation on exactly what he used. So if that's the case, this armor could just be so wrong for the situation. You know what I mean? It's a good video. I'm not saying that it's not a good video per se. I just see a lot of issues with it in general. I'm not trying to crap on the guy. Go subscribe to the guy. I'm sure he's good. I'm sure he's got a lot of good content on his channel. Probably not just doing Charlie Kirk stuff. You know, he's probably doing some good shooting on his channel and all. But I just don't. There's so many factors to account for to make that situation perfect. Like, imagine trying to really truly recreate John F. Kennedy's situation, knowing that there were so many bullet holes through the guy. You know what I mean? And they thought it was a magic bullet that bounced around and just messed him up. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not good. You know. Showed the plate he was using though. It was popular. He advised against it. Really? Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm seeing some of this stuff here.
Was pulled.
This
now,
is crazy.
I can tell you the part that he is telling the truth about is that Charlie's neck indeed did stop the bullet without question.
I think was
now,
this at the beginning?
now, I can tell you the part that he is telling the truth about is that Charlie's neck indeed did stop the bullet without question. Okay? And this is going to dispel a lot of theories that are out there.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you this 100%. Charlie Kirk was shot from the front, and the bullet did not exit.
Okay.
And at least a fragment of the bullet.
Conservative Vibes side channel. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Trying to disprove some bad theories about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I'm sure he's not, you know, he seems to be coming from an honest place. You know, he's trying to do it, you know. So I'm not, you know, gonna crap on someone trying to recreate it. You know what I mean? He's trying to. It doesn't seem like he's, like, super actively, like, going, this, you know, see, there's no possible way this could have happened. And, you know, it looked like he was like, I'm gonna show, like, you know, was this an exit wound and stuff like that. It looked to me like he was gonna completely debunk that because there's no way. No, there's no way anybody could believe that that it was an exit wound on him. You know? People didn't believe this is my right side. And I had, like, 3 people on my, like, last video go, do you really not know your right from your left? And I'm like, do y'all not know that my camera is mirrored? And that's kind of hard to do. This is my right. Crazy, right? This is my right hand. You know? This is my left hand. Doesn't look like that on stream. Wild how that works. My camera's mirrored. So when people make fun of me, like, going, oh, man, you keep calling your left hand your right hand. What are you, dumb? No. No, I'm not. Okay? My camera is mirrored. This is my right hand. When I say this is my right side, that's what it means. Good God. Anyway, all that aside, if this was an exit wound, at least somebody would have been hit with blood somewhere. A fluid of some kind should have hit when it came out, right? Just saying. Not to mention, I don't think we would have seen this kind of a backwards reaction, you know.
Bullet was recovered from his neck, and I'm going to tell you exactly where it was recovered from. I have fact-checked this information from
the only possible
multiple
part could have
sources
been the
now.
spine,
I've actually been sitting on this
because that's the
for
only
a
thing in
little
your
bit
neck
over
that
a
can stop a
week.
bullet.
Right around here. So
Yeah.
think about almost in line with...
How are you going to say right around here? Like, turn around.
your shoulder blade
So
right in
dumb.
the center. Now, why is that helpful? Because it gives
Shoulder
us
blade in
a
the
bullet
center.
trajectory, okay?
Does it give us a bullet trajectory, really? What was it that was recovered?
It's around here. Recovered from. I have fact-checked this information from multiple sources
see it
now.
again.
I've actually
Hold
been
on.
sitting on this for a little bit over a week.
Yeah, of course you were.
Right around here. So think
right
about
around there.
almost in line with your shoulder blade right in the center. Now, why is that helpful? Because it gives us a bullet trajectory, okay? We went in here where you saw that, and it was stopped, and
Like, literally not even an inch away from where the entry wound is, right? Gotcha.
a fragment was pulled
Fragment.
from, think right, if you're just touching your spine in line with your shoulder blade. That leads us, obviously, to the part that he's maybe not being forthcoming about. They did not recover a bullet from a 30-06.
From a 30-06, yeah. How do you know that?
They didn't recover a bullet from a 30-06. Just didn't happen. Okay.
How do you know that? Genuinely, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know from Candace. How do you know that? See, that's the big issue that I have in general with Candace Owens here. How do you know that it wasn't recovered from that?
Okay. If they had found a 30-06 bullet, Charlie's death certificate certainly would have reflected that.
No, it wouldn't have. They wouldn't have put 30-06 on that at all. They wouldn't have said, yep, by specifically this caliber. No, they would have put gunshot wound. That's about it. That's where it would have been. That's all it would have said.
Suicide situations, as just one example, medical examiners, feel free to chime in. I've spoken to quite a few. But when the gun and the bullet are known, they are reflected onto the death certificate. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we know for a fact that he was absolutely done in by a gunshot wound. His death certificate says shot by, a gun. But it wasn't a 30-06 because they didn't put 30-06 there. What did they put on the dirt? What caliber was it that they put on there? Let's find out. What caliber do you guys think they put on that death certificate?
There is not one reflected onto Charlie Kirk.
Oh, so there's not a caliber listed on there. So that means it couldn't have been a 30-06? Don't you think they could have just lied and put 30-06 on that? Do you think could they have done that? Could they have like maybe, I don't know, lied about it and just said that's what happened? Because see, if they're lying already by not putting the real caliber on there, then why wouldn't they have just put that on there? They were already lying already, right? This is unbelievably stupid.
Kirk's death certificate because they did not recover a bullet from a 30-06. Hunters and military men.
Oh, okay. Well, they pulled a fragment out. What was it? What was it? What was it, Candace? What was it? Come on.
Rejoice. It turns out that common sense still rules the roost, okay? You guys were right. You were absolutely right. And this is why I hate politics, because it requires us to submit to the idea that we were all somehow born yesterday. That it really can just, life really...
Okay, why wouldn't they put at least some caliber on there? Why wouldn't they put 9mm? Why wouldn't they put 22? Why wouldn't they put 45? No, they didn't put 308 on there. Why didn't they put 308 on there, Candace? Because it's not 308, but, it could just... Any other round, what was it? 7.62? Was it 5.56? Was it, what could it have possibly been? 10 millimeter? What? What, Candace? What was it that did him in? Which one? But you know for sure it wasn't 308. You know for a fact it wasn't that one. Couldn't have been that one. But every other one is just valid.
Really can just be a Marvel comic with people that are, I guess, a DC comic where there are men of steel that are able, because they're young, to...
Okay, but what did they pull out of his neck, Candace?
Stop 3,000 pounds of energy that is coming at them. That didn't happen.
Okay, well, technically it could be 4,000 pounds of energy. Actually, depending on if it was a 220 grain. That's 4,000 pounds of energy. 4,000 pound muzzle energy. You know? 2,000 feet, I think it's like, oh God, what is it? Actually, no. I think it's only 2,000 pounds of energy, of velocity. 4,000 feet per second or something like 4,000 feet per second.
So where does that leave us, guys?
Something like that. Or not 4,000 feet per second. It was like 4,000 velocity. 4,000 max velocity is what I'm thinking of. 4,000 max velocity. 2,000 muzzle energy. Muzzle velocity is what I was thinking of. There we go. Finally got it all in my head. I'm not a gun expert, guys. I'm not. Okay? But with a 220 grain, it's 2,000 muzzle energy, 4,000 muzzle velocity. There we go. Said it all correctly. With 55, it's much lower than that. So, I don't know.
The part that is now extraordinarily suspicious is that Andrew is claiming that he had a conversation with the surgeon who offered up the idea that it really was just your modern Christian miracle, that Charlie was just young and his bones had a lot of density, which made him stronger somehow than a Cape buffalo.
Yeah, I would never, ever, ever take a 55 grain round and use it on a buffalo. I would never take a 55 grain 308 and use it on a buffalo in a million years. Not going to happen. That thing's going to get mad. It's going to come after you. You know what I mean? 220? Yeah, you take out a buffalo with that.
Enough push-ups and asparagus, and you too can stop 3,000 pounds of energy coming at you.
Where are you getting 3,000 pounds
what do we make of that?
energy?
What are we to make of the fact...
From which round?
That Charlie did not do that, actually. It means that he was shot with a completely different kind of gun, obviously, okay?
Why would that be obvious? Why would that be obvious at all? I don't understand your logic. So which one? What was recovered out of his neck? Like, this is the big problem I have with Candace Owens. She says, couldn't be this. We know it just couldn't be this. But everything else is on the table. Somehow. Right? That's what's wild about her claim. That's why her claim stinks. Yeah, exactly. Candace sources, yeah, for sure. Trust me, bro. That's all it is. That's why I have such an absolutely horrific, like, not horrific, just an absolute, like, I don't know. It drives me insane, is what I'm trying to say. Her takes are driving me absolutely crazy. She gives people just a little crumb, and they eat it out of the palm of her hand and give her everything. They'll defend her to the death. And they call me a hater for it. When all I want is actually the full information, you can't say it's not something and then not give us more info. Well, it just can't be this. It just cannot be this. But I can't give you any more info. Well, why can't it be that? I can't give you any more info. Thank you, Candace. That makes so much freaking sense.
The kind where this would make sense, that it didn't cut through him. The kind where it would make sense that outside of an artery effectively exploding from the front, there was, his neck didn't explode.
This is such a stupid take. I hate this take. You could literally make someone's artery explode with a needle. What are you talking about? How big do you think you need to make an incision on an artery to make it go absolutely ballistic? Like, do you have any idea how much pressure's there? You make a hole there, you could just blow it all out with the pressure. That's crazy, There's a reason why your artery is so well protected. There's an absolute reason for that. It's just so crazy, Unless you are qualified and investigating it yourself with a chain of custody, it's mostly all trust me, bro. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. That's just what's so dumb about it. She's so confidently putting this information out there. And it just backfires. It backfires tremendously because then it opens up so many other doors that she can't answer at all. It's what's annoying about it.
Which that particular weapon that they were trying
so many questions
to tell us Charlie was killed with would have gone through about 7 necks. Okay.
I don't know. No, I don't think it would have been 7. That's for sure. I don't think a 220 grain 308 round would still go through like 7 necks. You know what I mean? They're not that crazy strong. So it's a strong shot. A 50 cal would absolutely do that any time of day, but I don't think you would need a 50 cal either. I don't think the 308 round's the biggest round that they use under 50 cal. I can tell you that. Okay? Like I said, not a gun expert. But, I mean, for the love of God, this is absolutely ridiculously stupid. It's not that crazy of a feat. I don't even think the 220 grain, like I said, would go through 7 necks in a row. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is actually that strong. But obviously they make the smaller grain for a reason. So you don't go through that many. There's a reason why there are so many bullets out there with different grains, different ratios and stuff. And it's to make sure that when you get your kill, that you don't go and accidentally hit somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. So there's different grains. That's why they have the smaller grain or the reduced grains for a lesser effect, so you can hit a smaller target that will not necessarily let that out. You know what I mean? Not let it go out into your neighbor's house. You got to use the right shot for the right thing. There are dumb people out there in the country that are probably using 220 grain on rats. You know what I mean? So sometimes you see tragedies every now and then because they thought, oh, I didn't know I was using that strong of a round. I didn't know it'd go through that tree and hit my neighbor's house and take out my neighbor's wife. You know what I mean? Those stories exist. It sucks. You could just be in your house in the country, and then out of nowhere, you just hear a right through the house, bust out a window, and someone's hurt. Let's see. You have to see the arguments you had. Oh, wait, what? Let's see. Let's see. You have to see the arguments I've had this week with her supporters. Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet. I've been having a lot myself, Yes, you're right. It's not even with most screen actors and voice actors loving and idolizing them for some... Oh, wait. I don't know what that's in reference to. My bad. Jesus, protector of all that is good and scared. Please stop the YouTube censorship of your comments. Yeah, what word are you saying? Is there something that's, I don't know. Got to isolate it to the word. Probably. Your theory is Artie did it with an invisible dog shot call. Yeah. That was probably, you got me. It was definitely me. I shocked that kid up there until he made the right one. No. I shocked, let me rephrase the story here. I kept shocking that kid until he got good enough, until he found out that was his square up on the roof. There we go. Right? Whoops. No. Don't want to click any of that. I learned my lesson with a YouTube channel called Princella the Queen Maker. I got flamed so hard by her follower. Yeah, Next thing Candace will say is that Jesus was Palestinian. Probably. She probably already has said that. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Still waiting for her to say she saw Netanyahu do it from a grassy knoll. Yeah, exactly. It's completely and totally ridiculous, right? And, I think I'm just going to see if Candace has done anything new, and then I'm going to move on to Trump's peace agreements here. I want to know why so many people got lost in conspiracy theories. Oh, this is all latest. Okay. Let's see. Do you support Candace Owens is doing for Charlie?
Said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to lead the Black Revolution against the Democrat Party. And he said, you're hired.
You're hired.
Sit down.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, that's nice. She burns every bridge that she crosses. Let's see. Is there anything new, any new claims that she has made at all? His name is Josh Hammer. Candace Owens can't hit the nail on the head to save her life. Okay. So... Spiraling Candace Owens suggests Josh Hammer. Yeah, I don't know. she hasn't been able to prove anything, and that's what sucks. She keeps going off on him. It's like, why not just release all the info or wait to make a video until all the info's out? You know, till you get all the info and you can make one video covering all the evidence. Just really, really silly. No, I do not support the intention. Yeah, Candace Owens. Add Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson. I think they're smoking the peyote. I don't know what. Why specifically peyote, though? Like, why hit him with that? I don't know. The meth would be funnier or something like that, or, you know, I don't know. Candace Owens is basically a radical leftist. Yeah, I mean, she always has been. Since the beginning. Social autopsy. I can't believe how many people do not know about social autopsy. Candace Owens is Charlie Kirk's... Well, okay, whatever. Whatever she wants to self-proclaim on that. I saw that whole thing. Is there anything new at all? I don't think there is. Power to the people. Yeah, on the same video. I said this from the beginning. What's this video?
When you begin to move, the Israelis...
Really? You recorded it like
there,
that?
And when the Trump hotel gets built...
Yeah, so it's just that clip. Yeah, she's just talking about the, you know, just trashing him for, you know. Candace is now mad that Trump has created peace in the Middle East. Imagine that. Think about the side Candace is on. She's mad that Trump has ended the peace, or has started peace in the Middle East. So let's just move on to it. That's so childish, you know. Trump, middle... All right, wait. Let's just do Trump. Israel, okay. Pro-Israel right now, outraged that Trump cooperates with foreign country Qatar. Oh, yeah, so, you know, he's made enemies with Israel, but, yeah, blame Trump for, you know, that. So now he's apparently losing popularity with Israel. And, you know, then they're wanting to say that Trump is on Israel's, you know, just completely bought out by Israel and stuff. It's, you know, wild how that works, isn't it? So Israel pushed the people in Gaza to a small area. Now Israel occupies the rest? No. No. It was to an agreed upon line that Hamas said was fine. Hamas got to say where that agreed upon line was. You know? At least agree upon the line itself anyway. Hamas agreed to it. And I don't know specifically how that's happened, but Hamas agreed to it. And if they agreed to it, fine. I don't care. Actually, I genuinely don't care at all. You know? I don't care if they're in a smaller area or not, but I don't even know where they're actually at. My little brothers in Gaza sent me this. They can't return to their homes because beyond the yellow line is now fully occupied by Israel. When was this put? Because... Oh, well, it's probably... Okay, so I'm not entirely sure. But if I had to guess, this is probably... This line's going to go away. Or at least go back a little bit after they get the hostages on Monday. You know what I mean? The Bible did speak, Ezekiel 5, that Israel will be a burden to all nations in the time of woe. Yeah, also good to see you. Hey, good seeing you too, man. Thank you for coming in. Your channel's doing great, by the way. Doing a good job there. We're getting our video game stuff started back up again. If you guys don't know, go to Intoxigaming. I'll send it down the link. If you guys could just give a subscribe there. It's my buddy handles all that. I don't do as much work, so I just go over there. I hang out with him when I do. Normally, we go over there and hang out, you know. And this time, we just decided, hey, you know, we're going to be recording video game stuff. So, Intoxigaming. Oh, oops. Does this go here? Oh, yeah, we're the top link when you type in Intoxigaming in Google. Hooray. We did it. We have 286 subscribers. I need to, I'll probably, I need to put this out there. Hey, no problem at all, man. Here we go. Intoxigaming there. I want to, let's get that over there. Kai needs some people to entertain him. You know, go over there and, oh, what could I say? What could I say to get on Kai's nerves without being mean? What could I have you guys do my bidding for? To pick on this guy. Let's see. What could I do? What do you guys think? What do you guys think we could, how could we mess with them? You know, oh, thank you for subbing there, Matt. I appreciate it. Just another map, and I know Madness is over there. You know. What could we say to mess with Kai? What could we do? You guys give me some ideas. Give me some ideas on what we could comment over there and screw with them on. That'd be great. IDF customer service, is there a problem with the war you ordered? Let's see. See one of those guys. Okay, let's see. Is anything... Is there anything really noteworthy? Am I on most recent? Because I shouldn't be. I should be on... Oh, wait a minute. That was the post I clicked. That's why it looks weird. Okay, latest. Yeah, I'm on latest. Let's see this. Trump is claimed to have ended 8 wars since 2025. Yeah, okay, good. You know, India, Pakistan, Congo, Rwanda, Armenian, I can't pronounce that. Fact check some sources. Okay, they show mixed results or whatever. But, you know, the left is always going to claim that, you know, Trump didn't do jack. You know, they're always going to try and crap on him. I want to see the, okay. I know I saved some videos here. I'll get to them quickly. So here's something that I want to read. Verifying the device. Thank you so much for that. Oh, is this behind a paywall? Yep, up yours. Not doing that. Suck a chode. Breaking, the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado for her work promoting democracy and fighting dictatorship. Guess what she did? Guess what she did? Y'all want to take a guess? Good to see a Zionist channel getting all the attention it deserves. I'm a Zionist? Since when? What are you talking about? Do people just, like, read a title and come in or just assume? Because it's not even, like, my title doesn't even suggest I'm a Zionist. God, people are stupid. It's amazing. All right, anyway. Marina, yeah, I guess 340 views is just terrible these days. You should be able to do better, right, then? Here, Sicko Komodo Dragon here. Do me a favor real quick. Make a channel. Get more views than me. Should be easy. You make it sound so easy, man. Go do it. If it's that easy, man, you should be able to make a lot of money doing this. Sounds like a dream come true, buddy. Anyway. Yeah, it's, I think he means Hasan. Man, I hope so. Unless Hasan's a, thanks for pushing this, YouTube. Yeah, you know, we could thank YouTube for pushing it, right? They're boosting me hardcore. I don't know. That's kind of wild, right? I guess Hasan's a Zionist, maybe? Is that what he's trying to say? I doubt that. That'd be funny. Okay, anyway, so Maria Corina Machado, a Venezuelan opposition leader, recently won the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize and has expressed strong support for Donald Trump, calling him a crucial ally in the fight against Nicolas Maduro's regime. She believes Trump's policies are vital for achieving democracy and freedom in Venezuela. She also, has she done this? Let's see. Current situation. Okay, this is all AI. Here we go. Actual non-AI, you know. Let's see this. Venezuelan opposition leader dedicates Nobel Prize to Trump. Nice. I love it. Take that. The people at the Nobel Peace Prize pretty much said Trump doesn't deserve it still. They pretty much said that. I should find the video, but we'll see if I can find it. Let's see Nobel Peace Prize reacts to Trump. Maybe something like that'll trigger it. Committee. Maybe I should have put committee. Putin reacts to Nobel Peace Prize not going to Trump. Are you kidding me? Wow, Putin's going to defend Trump here? Really? Or is he? He might not, I guess. He might celebrate it. I don't know. Putin hailed U.S. President Donald Trump efforts to negotiate through breakthrough ceasefire deal for Gaza and commented on American leader being passed over for Nobel Peace Prize. But I can't. There's nothing else here. What? Okay, that's a share button. Thank you. Oh, you want me to watch your stupid... Oh, okay. Wait,
мне судить, но
God forbid it's not for me to judge, but whatever the current U.S. president is worthy. Oh, come on. Just don't do that. U.S. president is worthy or not of a Nobel Prize. I don't know. But he's really doing a lot to resolve complex crisis. Okay, yeah. So he's saying, you know, he's making peace efforts. Even Putin can recognize that. Maybe this will inspire Putin to do a deal finally. Who knows? If this goes successful, I think the whole world's waiting to see how successful this is. Because if Trump can bring peace to the Middle East here, I'm very confident the rest of the world may be like, you know what? Maybe we try it. Maybe it's that inspirational. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it'll work for Russia. I think Russia will see that and be like, well, you know what? Maybe we try. China, I'm not so sure. I'm not so certain. But where is the Nobel Committee chair response? This is it. This is it right here. Yeah. Do they have a video of it? I want to hear this guy's voice because I heard it earlier. Yeah, I don't want to hear your dumb music. Here we go. Here it is.
Prize. She is receiving the Nobel Peace Prize for her tireless work promoting democratic rights for the people of Venezuela and for her struggle.
That's cool for the people of Venezuela, but Trump literally is like bringing peace to the world. I think that's probably a little bit more important, though. In my opinion, what happened in Venezuela is super important, though. Getting rid of Nicolas Maduro's whole regime thing there, right? I mean, is this... We're thinking of the right person, right? Am I thinking of the right person? Nicolas Maduro's the dictator, right? I hope so.
To achieve a just
right.
and
Eating
peaceful
rabbits.
transition from dictatorship to democracy.
A violent rhetoric, we should always be focused and forceful in our denouncement
is, are
of
you
it.
going to tell him
and
to get us out
importantly,
of the race? Please
my
give her an
opponent,
opportunity.
unfortunately, only denounces violence when her side is the target.
Don't
I
lie
hope
like that,
into
Abigail.
the future.
Yeah, not surprising. That's the left in a nutshell. You know what I mean? He got it for being elected. Who did? Obama. Oh, yeah, he got it for being elected. Yeah, he literally got a Nobel Peace Prize for just being elected. That's kind of crazy. That's like the opposite of what a Nobel Peace Prize is for, but, you know, that's just crazy. People gave Obama awards, and they're like, for your award, you get another award, sir. You know, just so stupid. Let's see. Israel's military says Gaza ceasefire now in effect. Yeah. So many people were saying that Israel was breaking the ceasefire all day yesterday. I had to tell so many people, it's like it doesn't start until 11 a.m. Central Time on October 10th. And now, this was all made 11:39 a.m. Eastern Time, though. So it would have been 10:39 a.m. That's crazy. They got it a little early. They got it 20 minutes early. Good for you, Israel. That's good job. Good job for getting the ceasefire. Actually, you know, not bombing people anymore. 20 minutes early. Wow. That's wild. See, look at that. Israel's punctual, I guess. You know, earlier you're not on time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why is he barking? That doesn't sound good. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'll be right back. Bishop. Hey, what's that? What was that? Did you get him? Did you get him? Did you get him? Did you get that mean man? Did you get the mean man? You got that mean man, didn't you? Got that mean delivery driver. Yeah. Yeah, there was an Amazon package. Come here. You're okay. You're okay. It's okay. It's okay. He's gone. He's gone. It's okay. He's gone. Oh, wow. What? Did you get him? Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Don't destroy the green screen, please. Okay. Now he's a lot more calm. He needed to know that that was okay. He does not like people come up to the front door. He gets all his cackles rise up. He does not like it. People can come up just fine whenever we're outside, but, you know, if there's a door between, he don't like it. He really doesn't like it. Oh, did you? Okay. Hey, guys, look at this invisible bone. Can't see it, can you? It's a green bone, so, you know. Oh, you popped it. You popped it. There we go. Hold on. You can't make it kill. He doesn't get to enjoy his kill. I know, buddy. I'll have to get you a new one. Yeah, will you stop hitting the green screen? Man, you're gonna break the crap out of it. Anyway, so yeah, he absolutely just crazy. Silly dog. Anyway, all right, let's get back on track here before I have to get off here. Let's see here. Trump's likes peace so much. He's so peaceful. He's so diplomatic. He loves peace so much anywhere in the world. What is this guy? Even given 21... to Israel for peace of Gaza. Yeah, they're just sad. They're so mad. They're so mad about this. I love it. I love every moment of every person that's just genuinely mad that Trump has brought peace to the Middle East. Like, it's crazy, right? Oh, now Nobel Prize is trending. Look at this. What just happened? Because that's very low. This must be a new trend now. Let's see. It's really working. Elon Musk changed the like button. Oh, shut up. I hate this. Breaking news. Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the 2025 Nobel... Yeah, we already know this. This was 14 hours ago. What's the latest? Because it has to be new. This has to be getting out there now. Let's see. Let's see what people are talking about here. Passed over for the Nobel Peace Prize. They're not really talking about... Oh, God, what's this?
So, President Trump, how are you doing after being passed over for the Nobel Peace Prize? Well, April, I'm really going to stick it to the people in Norway. You mean Sweden. The Nobel Peace Prize is given in Sweden. Norway, Finland, Greenland, what's the difference? They're all different countries, but anyway, Mr. President.
Yeah, that's
anyway, I am coming back bigger and better than ever. It's going to be huge. Please don't start a war. Oh, no, nothing like that. I am hiring Quasimodo to land the bell tower. Quasimodo in the bell tower? That
what
makes
is
no
this?
sense, even for you. Fake news. It makes all the sense in the world. They said no bell. I'm going to give them more bell than they can handle. To the bell tower, Quasimodo. The bells, the bells.
Wow. This was absolutely this is so cringe. Wow. Lady, please don't do that anymore. At least learn how to do different voices too. Like that, you know. You can't just go from your normal talking voice to your normal talking voice like this. Just like barely changing it at all and being more annoying. Yeah, it is. Like, dropped 26,171 bombs in 1 year. Ended 8 wars in 1 year. Yeah, it is a complete joke. Let's see.
Gobierno del PNP que con el del...
Can't understand them. Don't know what they're going to say. Don't want to risk it.
One day we'll have a close relationship between Venezuela and Israel, and I believe, and I can announce this, that our government will move our Israeli embassy to Jerusalem. That will be part of our support
yeah, worse
to the
than
state
joke.
of Israel.
You can see her mouth moving the whole time. You know?
Wow, in God's will. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, now she's wanting to get close to Israel. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. I don't care either way. Anyway, congratulations to this year's Nobel Peace Prize recipient, Maria. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, it's good. What has Trump said? What has the White House said? Let's see, White House. Let's see what's going on here. Really? Can I not just... There we go. What has Trump said about all this? Let's see. It'll be a lot. Okay, let's see what's going on here. It'll be a lot, and it'll be Democratic-oriented because we figured they started this thing. It'll be a lot of people because of the...
Numbers over the next couple of days.
How many layoffs have you authorized for this first round, and from which agencies?
And it will be Democrat-oriented because we figure, you know, they started this thing, so they should be Democrat-oriented.
Finally, he's starting it. Dude, you're like 7 days late with this. At least when Trump takes care of it, he takes care of it in one big swoop. But man, I have been waiting for this. Now he's going to start cutting he's going to start cutting the government while they're shut down. And he says he's just going to keep cutting it until they open it back up. This is beautiful. This is Trump. This right here is what I wanted Trump to do the whole time. Now he's just going to start cutting programs and stuff. This is beautiful.
And we'll announce the numbers over the next couple of days, but it'll be a lot of people, all because of the Democrats. I mean, they want to give $1.5 trillion to people that came into the country illegally. More important than that, because we all have a big heart. We want people to be taken care of. But, you know, we have 0 people coming in. You know that, Glenn, right? That's a pretty impressive number, even for a successful governor. But we've had...
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno, he's very good Hulk. I like this stuff.
For the last 4 months, 0 people coming in illegally. They're coming in, but they're coming in legally. They're coming in through a process that's really a really good process right now, because we want people to come in, but they have to come in legally. So what we're doing is, as these different groups come due, we're going to make a determination. Do we want them or not? And I must tell you, a lot of them happen to be Democrat-oriented. These are people that the Democrats wanted that in many cases were not appropriate. We fought them at the time, and it was ultimately signed in. And some of these people, these are largely people that the Democrats want. Many of them will be fired.
Good. Get rid of them. Keep cutting. Keep making the cuts. Then make them open the government back up. You know, that's what we just need to do. Hold strong with that. President Trump announces AstraZeneca is set to invest $50 billion into the United States for research and development of new drugs and to onshore manufacturing facilities across the country. That's absolutely amazing. Finally, we're taking back our drug manufacturing. Can't believe the left doesn't want that. They want China to... Hey. Nope. No. Yeah, no, I caught you. You stay away from that. Yeah, you ain't getting... No. Here, sit. Stay. No, don't get up on the desk. No, you're not. You are not getting any of that, sir. You are not getting any of that. My wife left a plate over there, and he knows he's not supposed to get it. You're getting a pig's ear tonight, dude. Come on. You know, and you know that, too. Come on. This isn't your first time around the block. Okay? This isn't your first night. This isn't your first rodeo. Whatever y'all want to say. Yeah. You go lay down. Good boy. Oh, you go get... Okay, fine. I'll throw it because you're a good boy. All right. Good boy. Anyway. Jeez. Yeah, you stay away from that plate, though. Anyway. Going back to this. Yeah, he's absolutely... Man, he is having it up today. He's not normally this active, like up here. He's having a good time.
AstraZeneca, the largest pharmaceutical
Oh, you know, this isn't part of the subject today, but I'm glad that it's happening. Makes an announcement October 10th. What's this announcement? Oh, this is like an hour-long thing. Okay. I wish they uploaded more clips from it, but anyway, let's see.
How many layoffs have you authorized?
What else do we got? Let's see. DCEU 2.0. Okay. Yeah. Dog used to mess with pig ears. Oh, yeah. It's smoked pig ears. We get them from our local butcher. They have dog treats there that they make now, and it's cool. They just got a bunch of pig ears that are left over, and they're like, we could sell those. And I'm like, dude, yeah, dogs love them. Bishop is obsessed. I mean, he'll munch on one for about an hour, and he'll get it all swallowed up and stuff and good. It's good. It's thin. It's fine. It's just cartilage. It's all smoked up. It's meant to just be fully devoured. And he loves that treat more than anything. There's nothing more that dog loves than literal pig ears. Anyway, let's see this stuff. Tens of thousands of Palestinians are flooding toward northern Gaza's Trump after ceasefire took effect and peace broke out in the region.
Many of them on foot for a number of different reasons, either too poor to own a car, the fact that their cars could have been destroyed in the war, but also their cars could have been confiscated by Hamas during the war. That happened quite a bit.
Man.
And finally, a lot of the roads so badly damaged after 2 years of fighting on foot is the only way to travel. And you can see many of these people carrying their belongings. Many of them have been displaced multiple times during this war. And as Brian noted, the clock has begun. Now 72 hours until Hamas has...
Literal, 2x4 foot space. That's crazy. That's smaller than a prison. A prison's at least 4x4. You know what I mean? Or not 4x4. It's 5x5, right? I think it's 5 foot by 5 foot or something like that. Or it's got to accommodate a person, so it's going to be 5.5 at least, right? Something like that. I don't think people are laying down in their cells without being able to fully sprawl out. Oh,
has to release the hostages. That would put the deadline at 5 a.m. on Monday. Prime Minister Netanyahu gave an address to the nation a short time ago. He said Hamas not only has to give up all the hostages, but they will also have to disarm. Here's the Prime Minister. And the good is that obviously the ceasefire is holding. The ceasefire is working, and these people feel free to make their way north. They are walking along a main seaside route along the Mediterranean, heading north towards Gaza City. And as you pointed out in the last hour, many of them on foot for a number of different reasons, either too poor to own a car.
I wouldn't be able to afford that, though. I couldn't afford to adopt the dog. I wish I could. I just can't. Let's get
reasons, either too poor to own a car, the fact that their cars could have been destroyed in the war. Prime Minister
Where did this leave off?
A lot of the roads so badly damaged after 2 years of fighting. On foot is the only way to travel, and you can see many of these people carrying their belongings. Many of them have been displaced multiple times during this war. And as Brian noted, the clock has begun. Now 72 hours until Hamas has to release the hostages. That would put the deadline at 5 a.m. on Monday. Prime Minister Netanyahu gave an address to the nation a short time ago. He said Hamas not only has to give up all the hostages, but they will also have to disarm. Here's the prime minister.
Yeah, for sure.
The good is that
that indeed. Oh, come on, do it.
Here's the prime minister.
That's just it. That just shows him there, kind of. That's such a funny sound. They have funny sounds. So loud. God. Well, I can't understand him. So, unfortunate there. But yeah, you know, that's some crazy stuff. Man, might as well just ask. They should have just cleared it all out and been like, "Hey, Israel, can you just go ahead and just like bomb everything out? We'll just rebuild it." Because I don't think you're gonna make this building safe. I don't think people are gonna go in here and make that needs just torn down. You know what I mean? Might as well start from the ground up, I guess. Anyway, was that it for these 2 videos? Is that all I shared? Yeah, so I'll have to find some more. I think that's it for now. I think that's all we have. Let's see, Trump, Israel. Let's see if there's anything new, any new updates whatsoever. Trump won the Nobel Peace Prize. What's this? Trump is getting the Nobel Peace Prize. Haha. Okay. Yeah, I'm not watching that. Let's see. Breaking Laura Loomer announces she is no longer supporting the Republican Party after the Trump administration agreed to establish Qatari Air Force facility on U.S. soil. Well, all right. So, yeah, no, that's crazy. I don't know what to make. I don't know what to make of this so far. Like, other than she's done good reporting in the past. Too many people have told me she's a grifter. I never really followed Laura Loomer closely. Was she Millennial Woes? Or not Millennial Woes. God, what was her old YouTube channel, right? The something millennial. Oh God, what was Laura Loomer's? What was Laura old YouTube channel? Let's see. What was her old YouTube channel? Name. What was it? It was like millennial something, right? Man. It's gonna drive me nuts. It is something. I remember she had an old channel by the name of Millennial something. Oh, well, we'll see. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and retweet this, and maybe I'll do a story on it later. I'll dig deeper into all that stuff. But I don't know what's going on for her. As for Israel and the Trump thing, I can understand Candace's feelings on the situation, but I don't think you can really lump Trump in with the same box as Netanyahu. Trump is walking a fine line between working for the American people and keeping the deep state from just ending him and his family. Maybe. Oh, whoa. Dude. Come on. Hey, you cannot do that. No. Now, hey. Sit. You know you can't jump up on that. No. What happened here? Oh, it just went down to the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Okay, if you want me to throw it, just bring it to me. Okay? There you go. Don't have it over there and then jump on me like I haven't thrown it. At least give it to me. Man, dog lacks a little bit of common sense there. Even most dogs should know that. They want me to throw something, bring me the thing to throw. Don't jump up all over me like I'm gonna know what that means. Anyway, yep, where was I now that he knocked that out? Oh, yeah, here we go. This was 22 hours ago. Okay. F. Candace Owens, this woman should be in her basement under the name Red Pill Black. Yeah, I agree. If it weren't for President Trump, actually, she should just call her channel Social Autopsy. If it weren't for President Trump, she owes her entire career to Trump and his family. Okay, that was 22 hours ago. And then she's turned against Trump completely? I don't know. And then Ian Carroll says, actually, Laura, she's doing journalism. Journalists aren't loyal to politicians. It's actually their job to hold politicians accountable by lying and making stuff up. That's journalism. It's journalism to say he wasn't shot by a .308 round, but he's definitely, something else, and we can't tell you what that other round is. But we just know it wasn't .308. Can't tell me what the round was, though? That's wild. Yeah, that's not journalism. It's not journalism whatsoever. Ian Carroll's an idiot. Just absolutely stupid. People calling that journalism is just so next level stupid. So next level stupid, you know? Anyway, is there anything else now? Let me see if, let's see if Hasan Piker's done anything and if Destiny's posted anything new, just to see. What all those Trump streamers and anime, yeah, who spent 3 days pretending to care more about dog welfare than anything on earth are completely silent on this. Breaking: a family in El Paso says ICE ended a dog. The agent who filed reportedly ran as the family screamed for help. No one came. I don't know what happened. Okay. I have no context behind this. Not one agent helped him or his dog to render aid. Okay, did the dog attack? What happened? Yeah, Hasan, cool. Retweet this with no freaking context. Of course. Anything to get people off of his back. Anything to get people off the back of Hasan abusing animals. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, right? Anyway. Let's see. Palestine ceasefire, Qatar airbase in the U.S., state Nat Guard fights, shutdown drama, Trump doesn't get Nobel later. We'll be on to discuss ceasefire. Okay, so he's on now. He's probably got 30 minutes left. I bet we click this. What do y'all want to bet we click this? And his dog is in that corner. Do we make bets? Oh, the dog's gone. Wow, he let the dog not be in there now.
If it's to avoid the discharge petition.
Wow, good job.
Why drag this out? That is going to have 218 signatures. And so I say go ahead and do it and get it over with.
You know, the big news that we're all following right now is obviously the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas and Gaza, and the hostage deal that all the remaining Israeli hostages, dead and alive, will be allowed to go back to Israel. President Trump says
you got a problem with that, Hasan?
He might be going to the region as early as this Friday. He wants to be there when this historic moment unfolds. He wants to witness this, talk to his aides, talk to the Israelis, talk to the Palestinians as well. Do you have any concerns at all that this deal could still, God forbid, fall apart?
I don't know. I certainly applaud the president. This has been one of the issues that I've campaigned on and talked about constantly. I'm very much against America's involvement in foreign wars. And the president has worked very hard on this. However, we have to see Israel and Hamas.
Oh, I can tell you this. Hasan ain't going to have his doggy anymore. Like,
I hope for all
on there for
involved
very long.
that this
it's going to
definitely
change. You're going to notice
a
big
peace
change
deal that
with
will
his
remain.
We all hope that, yeah.
And on July 28th, you talked about that. You said, quote, it's the most truthful and easiest thing to say that October 7th in Israel was horrific and that all hostages must be returned. But so is the genocide, humanitarian crisis, and starvation happening in Gaza. On that note, when it comes to the genocide, I mean, do you believe that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu
but hey,
is
what
a
do
war
I know
criminal?
what starving looks like, right?
I don't know if I can accuse him of being a war criminal. However, well, let's just say both.
Boo, you literally have said he is conducting a genocide. Come on.
Who?
Boo, so close. Boo.
Oh,
issues are bad. That's why I said that. What happened on October 7th is absolutely horrific.
It's funny to see this guy just
And of course, our hearts go out to those families
24/7.
and those hostages that remain. But at the same time, the relentless bombing of the Palestinian people, and many of them have been just innocent people. They're not Hamas. They're literally.
Look, at the end of the day, they shouldn't let Hamas be in their country. And if they would have came forward and said, hey, Israel, you know, we'll help you get rid of Hamas. We'll have our police, you know, go after Hamas and stuff like that. You know, that could have been pretty good. They could have done that. But instead, they just simply decided, you know, whatever. We're just going to lay back and we'll let Hamas do whatever they want. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, the Palestinian people probably should have at least done something, right? Like, we in the United States aren't going to allow any type of, like, you know, terrorism going on in here. Look at what we're doing right now, you know? No.
Like, he just spams this, and then people that are fucking sit in here and watch me interact with Kaya for like 8 hours a day are going to be like, wait a minute, what?
No, I don't think so. No, we won't. No, legit.
Yeah. If you
I don't
spam
care
a little
that you
bit
play
more, I
with your
think you'll
dog.
be able to convince.
It's the fact that you got mad at your
people
dog
in
for
here.
stepping off that bed. That's crazy. Like,
But,
here's the thing. Let's say he never even shocked the dog. The fact he got mad that his dog put a paw down on the ground is still so crazy. How do people defend that?
Force her to say it isn't a genocide? No, they volunteered that it's a genocide. That's what I'm saying. Like in the
Who's they?
Like they here, look.
It's the most truthful. And July 28th, you talked about that. You said, quote, it's the most truthful and easiest thing to say that October 7th in Israel was horrific and that all hostages must be returned.
See the quotation
but so
marks?
is the genocide, humanitarian crisis, and starvation happening in Gaza. On that note, when it
It's
comes
not a they. It was Marjorie Taylor Greene said it.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu
What
is
are you
a war
talking about?
criminal.
I don't know if I can
Like, oh, she was just quoting her. I guess that's like, you know.
picture
Yeah.
children that have been blown to pieces and are they're finding them
There is something else that a quote foreign government or powerful people may try to kill you. Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas shared that post of yours on X, writing, quote, why do crazy people keep thinking the Jews are trying to kill them? What do you say to Cruz, and what did you mean by that?
I don't know. It's the same reason for any crazy
that
person
was
thinking any other
an
type of person
extremely
trying to go off on them,
ridiculous
you know?
thing for Ted Cruz to say. I never said
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm mad about a dog, but not genocide? I can't believe these people are this stupid. Tell me about what's going on in Balochistan right now, buddy. Tell me how Balochistan's doing. Do you care about Balochistan? Do you care about the Uyghur Muslim concentration camp? Do you care about the invisible children in the Congo? Do you care about Yemen? Those are much bigger genocides than that have ever taken place over Gaza. They are so much larger than Gaza. Assuming Gaza is a genocide, right? Sounds like it's a pretty piss-poor genocide now that they're in a ceasefire and that they're, nothing's going on. It's kind of wild, kind of crazy. It's crazy how they allowed all those people to escape and go away from the war zone, but yet it's a genocide. That's weird. Hey, I got a quick question. If it's a genocide, right? Let's see here. If this is a genocide, where is it? Let's see. Let's just see this. Let's see all this here. How's it? All these people are walking back. Why were these people allowed to leave? Why did Israel allow these people to leave? Why are they still breathing? Oh, yes, you just care all of them. Why support Israel? I'm not supporting Israel. I don't support Israel. That's such a dumb statement. Where have I done that? I'm just looking at the facts of the situation. Oh, the genocide scholars have called it a genocide. Oh, okay. All right. Why have less people died than in the other genocides? Almost every single other genocide ever. Why were these people allowed to leave if this was a genocide? Why were they allowed to leave? Can you tell me that? Why were these people allowed to leave if this was a genocide? Can you explain that? Can you just tell me that? Hasan has never talked about the 5 genocides taking place that are much larger than Gaza. He's never mentioned them. Ever. Why has he not mentioned those genocides? Yemen, Balochistan, Uyghur Muslim concentration camp in China. Those I named 2 Muslims being genocide. 2 different types of Muslims being genocided. Doesn't care about that. How about all in is it Nigeria where all the Christians are being killed? I didn't even mention that one. I don't even have to mention that one. And that's a much bigger genocide than all the ones that I've already talked about here too. It's wild how that works. Just crazy. Yeah, go ahead and time him out. That's fine. Yeah, it's just dumb. I hate when people come in here and they're so dishonest. They just launch into here. They don't even watch for more than 5 seconds before they start accusing me as if they know me. I'm not popular enough for you guys to know me, so therefore I know that you all are not doing your due diligence at all. You're an atheist and you support Israel, yeah. I mean, well, the thing about it is when people are sitting here and being so hyperbolic about this and they don't give a crap about the other genocides, they don't talk about the other genocides at all, it pisses me off. It genuinely pisses me off because there's other things to worry about other than Gaza. And here's the thing. All those other genocides that are out there don't even matter as much as the United States getting its crap together. Getting homeless people off the streets, getting all these freaking psychopaths off the streets, and we need to open up insane asylums again. No, nobody's wanting to fix America. You know, back before Obama did his stupid little stunt, we could all afford health insurance. It's crazy how that works. You know, anybody alive before 2012 remembers how cheap health insurance was. After 2012, went straight through the freaking roof. Nobody could afford it anymore. You know? Just wild, isn't there? Is that why people support fascism and occupation here? Can you name a fascist here? Can you find one comment here that supports fascism? Can you see anybody supporting fascism here? The only ones supporting fascism are on the left. Fascism is a left-wing ideology. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. Let me guess. Tell me. Tell me real quick. I want you to answer this question. Don't type anything there, meat. Just answer this one question for me. What does Antifa mean? Tell me what Antifa means. I'm going to wait for this. I'm going to wait for him to say what Antifa means. Let's see if he's that dumb. Let's see. I really want to know, meat. What is Antifa? Going to take him a long time to type this one out, I can already tell. But apparently, anyway, all these people here, you know, there's a genocide going on. There's miles of people. You could see them all the way over here. You know what I mean? And for some reason, they were allowed to leave during a genocide. That's crazy. I don't know if the Jews got the same treatment. You know what I mean? Because when they were allowed to leave in 1933, well, in 1941, whoa, you know, you can't come up here. Come on. If you want me to throw the bone, you got to bring the bone to me. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Go get it. If you want me to throw it, you got to bring it over here. There you go, you little turd. See, you got to bring it over here. I can't just, like, you know what you want exactly. Oh, yeah, it's green for the people who don't know. So, it you know, green screen. Can't see the bone. Go get it. That's a good boy. Silly dog. Anyway, I guess he's just not going to tell me what Antifa is. I guess he doesn't know. That's okay. Anyway, but yeah, all these people, they were allowed to leave. Crazy during a genocide. I don't know of any genocides that have taken place where they allowed people to leave. Just wild. Just such a stupid claim. You know what I mean? Let's see here. I don't think there's anything else to go over, right? Let's see. They made the New York Times. Oh, yeah, the firing. I should probably talk about that Chinese national. You know, I should definitely do that. But anyway. Oh, well. Health coverage went from $750 a month to $1,750 a month overnight. Yeah. Obamacare is such an absolute piece of garbage. That's what he did for us. He literally just gave insurance companies a blank check. That's what Obama did. It's all Obama did. That's his legacy. He gave insurance companies a blank freaking check and nobody can afford health insurance anymore. Everyone remembers 2011, you could still afford health insurance. Then Obama comes in and it's just not affordable and people still tout him like he was a good president. It's so wild. So crazy. People's pensions completely went away. All these benefits went away. Like, it's wild. Obama just destroyed this country, this entire workforce of this country, and then allowed Google. He gave Google, I remember this very clearly because I was at Google at the time. Building 1, they thought it was going to shut down completely. It was only one building out there in the middle of the woods, out there in Pryor, Oklahoma. Okay? And they literally were being told by Mountain View, your location's going to get shut down. Later on that year, Obama just absolutely funded Google like crazy, sent our more factories of ours overseas, but funded Google like crazy, and that became the largest Google site in the world. That's right. Believe it or not. Google here in Oklahoma, largest Google site in the world. Pretty wild. Land's cheap. They bought up a lot of land, and they did it at a good time. They're backed right on up to GRDA, so they get all the coal power they can get right to them, directly connected. Kind of wild. Nobody cares about that, though. I guess, when it comes down to Google's consumption of electricity and, digital footprint, or what do you call it? A carbon footprint. Nobody cares when Google does it. Google's only, one of the biggest consumers of coal power electricity. And they use a ton of generators. Anytime power goes out, well, those servers can't go down. That's some straight diesel. You should see their stacks for their generators. Crazy stuff. It's crazy. Google is a crazy, crazy place. It was a great place to work for until Joe Biden had me fired from it. You know? Kind of sucks. Joe Biden forced me out of Google. Literally, Joe Biden forced me out of Google. Leftists don't care about that, though. They don't care that they try to say the vaccine mandate never existed. It did exist for 2 months. Google, all those places had to fire off the people, and then they rehired. So then they was like, well, we're sorry, we can't give you your job back. You know? Already rehired the position. That wouldn't be fair. You know? They try to claim that never happened. It's the most wild garbage. It's like, no, I lived through it. A lot of good people went through it. Sucked. But oh well. It is what it is, right? Here we are today. We're undoing all of that mess. And the left will sit there and cry. They'll cry and they'll cry and they'll cry. Guys, we're just getting started. But anyway, guys, I have to hop off here now. I got to get these kids ready for bed. They are bouncing off the walls. And the wife is going to get on to me if I don't get off here. So, you know, it's all good, though. We're having good times. We're going to have some fun times with the kids tonight. And I'm going to take you out back and run off some more energy. Apparently, I didn't do enough today. Apparently, I didn't do enough for you, huh? Huh. Ah, your breath stinks. Stinky ass. Anyway. Alrighty, guys. I better take this dog out, too. He's had enough. He doesn't like it when I stay here for too long. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, guys, if you're new. Go down and join my Discord. I would like for all of my mods to join Discord as well. We need to start talking a little bit more often, I think, and getting some basic rules down, I think, now. I think I really want to take this to the next level, take it a little bit more professional here, and start working a little harder, you know, and I think I need a little bit. I'm going to try and create a private channel just for the mods only, just for you guys watching here, you know. And then I also would like, oh, you're trying to get your bone under there. I'll get it. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll get it. I promise. Don't freaking scratch up the carpet and don't mess up mess up whatever you could. I don't think he'll mess himself up. Get a nail caught in the carpet, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, guys. I'd like to get more of a community going. So join my Discord. It would help out a lot. Like, subscribe, and share, guys. And I will see you all here in the next one. Later. Oh yeah, madness.